Others couldn't do any better. Make you feel good and never alone. Others couldn't do any better. Others couldn't do any better. Okay, Busha for Mama Che, Mama Kwaba, Unity Radio 103.9. Bofanche, so realize here for the past 2 days, and attitude here, we were off air, but Wednesday, no, now your program, and what is self you didn't call off now. There was a routine maintenance and a national grid. Ebabewe area, Tiafe and Yamia Duma, Momowi, Omo Ejaimu, Edi Amayen. Intiana Yatnasi, anopa bosuo ne de bro. Manucho Magandi, Gaucho Margarita La Molina mempem ho asem. Ken Kalusha mama nya ntie se awoni nti oba bia chena hye ba bi nti onya medri. Onam kwan so enche obeba. But Ken Kalusha kire se enra de ono kwan ne dai. Nti ha Kalu akwaba.
Yenia
apom ti sen.
Yankopon adum no mo pai.
Nti Manucho sources no kire se obedu atambe.
Oba sisia.
Sa. Wo filani na. Wo the intel.
Catching so bad. Obeba.
Sound. Enche cry. Okay. We do waka say enche cry, then I just enche cry.
Okay, so we be jeni mo na until see Casantina. Hey, no, over this year. So what's your casa within 2 minutes? Manu, maybe I'll be Manu Chuma Gandhi, Satarita, and Payment once.
Mummy and Muhu.
What's it?
Mummy and Muhu.
That's Anna.
Terrible feedback. Okay.
And one unity ready.
Okay. Sikani brido wafa the power so yasna hunya nyamisha so na ma onipa yo de for ene weather na very cold, very cold. Say yakasa for very can asem a obega say na weather na perfectly cold. My nyisu very
cold.
Yeah, very cold. It is a usi for ma. If you don't have to, you don't have to. So we need a form BSC, there's no need. But if it is that you have to step out, make sure say you are well drilled. Just well dressed. Say the bear uma wonu kwan. Even here at studio Accra hit to Accra.
Layers, very 5.
With there. Unim so almost say about layers there ubi too.
King of layers.
Yeah, Nanaji my kwata. I say we are king of layers. I so bad, no answer rosa.
Because I want to go so show home na ukopio ku do abontina say we show do no yibi so be kona the layers now you know what share no small I feel we do now we sing so ka say ah ona o yare nti kwa show ho na dia won de enye izo awum pa
ene awum nti misrew se usi for mo na wa make sure say we see you ho very cold mamema ye ho weather update no na ye hu senior weather ne city awum pa nti me pa chow Okay, Unity Radio 1039. Yanko here weather report no quickly. Na said you be hu enne, said you wiem city na fe ifru a ya ba be he agudi ohun sam kakra na ya boabo no de bremo na ya get straight into what it is that we have on our desk this morning. Kai ukwara no ne on sam bia na ye pese ye kan ya nwie na ye beto aso na ye de nenso kakra aka no de abasesi and wunim say wind chill warning is in effect. Wind chill warning is in effect. Inti nem frama asa chilling and a friend of wind chill.
I kind of form my yeah. I say frama damper to do. As a frama a shijani bin no. The friend frama damper to do.
Inti wind chill.
Frama I would do kasim. And I will count him.
And then the manucho also I also a king of layers.
I won't. So when I report no tape auntie obano only ABC for na e for no whether alert for ni na yeduma enti that's what be
na we more national fire service ana
na me say when as military officer I'm a disappointed military officer, so I don't joke with my coverall. I mean this from ex-commander been on the army, 5-star general been on the army. It's me sha. It's me kind man my share. Police told me I know much me police sir. Exactly. And then I owe my own. And then we the single ones you are really suffering. you are suffering today. Yeah. With them. I say zebra crossing.
I think so.
Yeah, we the single ones will suffer today. You can see from afar. Today is a day for the married, happily married couples.
Nah.
Yeah. And now whether way there,
and we will be paid.
exactly. We want to fashion so. Whether way there, just a natural heater. Nyanyanko pon bomb out and one of them they are survival weather way.
Weather for
Natural heat under there.
Natural heater. So hum no creative friction. No more body heat. No I say
Unsem quality program.
na say men can we. Na maka den. And then some Kolanko school, yeah, I church him. So I mean a natural heater, something that you can use to break something. See you can. No man church I must say. There anyway Johnny me. Ki David Bonham be say me attend them. But it's cold. I mean, if you're going out there, be careful. I mean,
Very
wind,
cold.
The wind is also it leaves some debris on the road. On roads, no. Maybe no be way. Dust way no green bucket here. I'm saying Ray. I bet talk one in if you are driving, just be careful. Try to go on normal speeds because if you are in the to come near there. Just be careful. I mean, around this time, windshield advice is allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in force. It's in force till tomorrow 1 p.m. And you just be careful. Yeah. And birthday party now. Why they say cocoa? Yeah.
The more they say
cocoa leke. Only cocoa leke. And say no Ghana. No more there. I cocoa no. But one of them say I say pleasurable pain. I then say yam. Na come a beer.
Onum sana eya.
I mean, the daddy then.
Na ede ya be ni o.
I mean, similar to
Mood Ben Adiba Fiano pay.
mood, loneliness mood. Yeah, I mean, many brave or more brutal. On a day like this, that's the only time I'm jealous of those who are married. In 365 days, this is the only time and moment. It's another day. I'm really in a ganging mood. I say, well, no, Mukochi, our boy, and I say, our boy. Yes. Gang person. I said gang person.
Osha Sonya na Juma. There be a Chelsea not any. I don't know why. What do you mean? Opekasa too much.
Yeah.
Are you the only coach in the Premier League?
You know, he's mastering the art of Mourinho. Sometimes you psychological one.
Yeah, we turn the failures away.
Yes,
no man fans are focused on Obi.
Exactly. I say that the attention has been taken off them because they couldn't do
anything. Juma last year summer Chelsea and top players.
Exactly.
But OJ Callan Cup, OG FA Cup, Champions League, you were almost there.
Yes.
Premier League last day in the city, DJ. And then they won Kasa.
Yeah.
When you were successful and you were
winning. Not down in there is a very expensive boy. Nobody spoke. I mean, a modern trend. If you don't buy big, win big. I'm not sure any club can do a less than this.
When you see Chelsea, Susan, or sister. Chelsea Assembly say they make some from lawyers. Now make the income. Yes, you may. Why do you go that far?
I mean, you mind your business.
I mean, Chelsea say, and I'm into that. Saga man, who need Sky Talk Sport.
Talk Sport.
Yeah. Almost say Obana and he didn't come on offer.
Okay.
Almost say England for you jealous.
Yes.
Now, Senka Toboli Englisher. Come back as the smartest person in the world.
Oh yes.
But why American Tiana and the guy doesn't know football, and the guy doesn't know this.
I've always told you the English that they feel they are better than anybody on this planet. We are calling me a school near the end. How tough it was to you do my first cry. I mean, you had insiders telling us that best students in the crowd no big jet can't come again. The informers from English baby. Now they say that no way. I mean, secretary guys, no way. I mean, look at the greats in the day there. Why would this person not get it? Intimidate me home from day one. That they are very well looking, self-seeking, and one more, papa. I mean, look at the way they buy even their own players. Yeah. Maguire 80 million.
85 was the same.
I mean, that guy is not even worth up to 40-45 million. I mean, but you know what happened.
But I remember some few days ago, no, your best defender.
Oh, I mean, he on your Nassau Cup crumple, he didn't disgrace himself, but he doesn't deserve. He fluctuates. He flutters to the sea.
On your consistent.
Yeah, he flutters to the sea.
But Maguire at Leicester. I mean, it was just
80 million. No.
That's a fantastic defender.
I mean, where did he take them to? Was he part of the title winning squad? I mean, he's not really been extraordinary.
No.
Point, but not 80 million. He's not better than Benjamin Van Dijk. The point is because it's English. I mean, Kalisha, don't follow Boache. Maguire, so you're English boy. You think it's worth 80 million?
I almost that what the English people are trying to do is say they always want to try to sell their players.
Exactly.
Like she say it doesn't worth 100.
Exactly.
It's only 100.
2 players went for me.
Bellingham. I'm a ton of
the noise around him is too much.
The Sancho, almost on say 70 or 80. 75. And English boys in there.
That's what we say. They overhype themselves and make the price. 2 players from them in recent time will live up to the hype. For now, I would say Rooney, Rashford. I mean, they've shown signs that they are living up to their hype. Raheem Sterling did well, but also in Tuman sustaining. I think it's only noise. It's only noise.
Raheem Sterling was how many years? So 30 years.
Oh, 27. Sterling is out. Oba stage in Liverpool
at the age of 18. Yes. Yeah, I know the white jacket.
Age of
17. And I'm the kind say at the age of 17, now I want 2 guys a boom.
18.
Yeah,
no, Liverpool.
That anyway, I started with 17, we pay 18. I mean, he has record. But I'm sure just like 10 years ago, it's possible. Yeah, number 7
or 27 years.
Yeah, it's possible because on a day, Oba Limelight, he was first known for women.
And now he's a boss. Consistent for a longer time.
Yeah, people easily. I said Rashford because at the age of 16, 17, he was known. All your chemistry near the end, no Bobo, yeah. Yes, we are not going to chemistry practical test near there.
No, pass here.
Yeah, he passed. I mean, he's very intelligent. For me, one of the most sought after players. So United and wasting the time there, but it's good to hear Rashford has also been clear. Anyway, Mason Greenwood, they are clearing all the charges.
Clear no, drop.
Oh, okay. I mean English.
Clear to say court to see when you're guilty, but
dropped all the charges against him. So now he's ready to play.
Until press charges not drop. Not just say. You could see say Sikas Sansa.
Yeah, of course.
Ronaldo there now American lady and say.
Yeah, exactly. Nasa Pate also did the same thing. Of course, any NDA, non-disclosure agreement. It's not. But when and work Daniel Alves, I mean, Daniel.
Still
No. He's been convicted for like 15, 17 years.
Greenwood, so are you following you so?
United.
Oh, United say they are going to do their own
squad
investigations. No more the statement about.
It's in a limbo.
No, but it's part of the squad. I mean, sure I'm squad now. I read that story too. That I must say they will do their personal investigations.
No more there, almost statement about. Until then, they won't comment further.
Oh no, but an American say further news about say. I mean, they've added him to their official squad, didn't he? I mean, he's now with them. With them. And Mano. When you be but be careful. Use it wisely, don't, because they are right from the Bible. You know the things they can do. Yeah. We can't do with them and we can't do without them.
But
they should be wise.
Benjamin Mendy, they say.
Oh yes.
Benjamin Mendy feel.
And they rape. I have the videos. What share? Yeah, the one in the bathtub. Bathroom on.
Masa, you're supposed.
No, but Benjamin, I will look for it for you. And then you rape. Obana went down on him. You say rape. Oh, that videos were kama. I mean, it's a man. Benjamin, you are Bema pa.
No, about so
you are discussing
program now. And passing.
Look, why not what you the truth is that we are talking about women and their acts and they taking money from. I'm not beating about the bush. I'm right at the center. I saw the olden person stadium 50 now. Obi actually been able to perform me. Opo, can you do it? And I'll be ferry.
Mean to me.
Me. Me. Na me yan kind of cry me palm and conversion. They be a micha. Now is your stadium. A stadium in 50. No be abo money to
time no dey aso abo.
You say. Exactly. It's on center of the pitch. Na you be asking Manucho do something before you die. If ready, I'm sure the ceiling will break because they will raise myself and come down. I'm not sure Sipon can contain me. Maybe I Cape Coast. On the Cape Coast there's no roof. But Sipon there a modern one be. I say we no. Once the stadium I say we no. Okay, we say I didn't change Menka. But once our stadium. There's 3 stories so say we be no 3 stories. I said 3 stories. Oh, what in 3 stories? Exactly. So there's one. It looks as 3 stories. No be. Yeah, 3 stories. 3 stories. Yes, I said 3 stories. Yeah, I know. It can't contain me. It can't contain me. Yeah, 3 stories. 3 stories. I have stress on the 3 and the S. And then he and the show if you need the environment. I saw Butreno. Maybe bumper me catch and once more. Mama, Abutro them in fire. Me pentem papa show me boss house away. Mental. 3 stories. Opo, are you dumbfounded or you assimilate what I'm telling you into you?
Me who has some main can be cry.
I said what you kakra the komu. I mean your wife is at home, don't worry, you don't have a problem. Kalisha no problem kakra, but you solve it. You be fear and then you change to me.
Cry for yourself.
Kalisha, I want you to confirm or deny what he just said. Yeah, I will not cry for him myself.
So the mic there. I have a come
Exactly.
That man, yes, sir. What?
Man, you suffer together, so you film saying why you jamming. On him, no one ever.
Okay. Yeah, man, yes, sir. What?
Yeah, be so.
My baby.
For you know, you
can't say the day. No,
exactly. For you know, the person will come today. And nobody will tell you. Yes, you will be.
Yes, you will be. So.
Exactly, you never know, so don't never take a chance.
Frances Okosha, you're telling how show you what you.
I know about.
I'm a who's a Frances also.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Frances, Bema Kra watch you baby dear. Our more dog yes, I know.
Maybe so.
Frances Punamani, Yada see ciao. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Busian 4. Say a jai show no manucha. It's already 10:31 and ain't to me country. Or back can a side show no gravenzen. Or don't come or don't huma so. There was it. There was it.
I say,
walk show phones over Casarabasm. No, from food.
No, for me.
They don't want.
Arabasm.
Say, also, down muscle. No, maybe I can't don't pass.
Don't pass. Obada now. I'm always ready. I always have my condom in my purse. You want to see it?
Okay, Unity Radio 103.9. Abuja, Yamamuni Nache, Sadiana Mekano, and there weather no, you're very cold. 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, very windy, and sunny, windy. Osha said here, 13 now. It feels like -6. Even though the temperature is 13 degrees Fahrenheit, the real feel when I'm abontia said the word anitiano, a feel it is -6. It's very, very, very cold. In fact, and then the lowest temperature I binyano abaya na jo 11 na -4. Now you best start a run negative move from anajo 1 until you can imagine say see 13 degrees Fahrenheit, it feeling like -6. Now you temperature nankasa be reading -1. If your guess is as good as mine, now I say who be as at time ni ejina. Internet, please, the kids are home and any electric or gas bill, please put your heat on. My heating is running everywhere in the house. Now in so if possible, now so be kwa juma na nkwa na ote na wa bio faucet no kakra bi said e be a enclog na pipes no cramp papai nti ya na mo ahye no so nti misra say make sure say you are well dressed because it's very cold. The kids are home today. Make sure say will heat everywhere in their rooms everywhere and monitor the temperature. Say if you know now we're increasing, at least it shouldn't be less than 70 to 72 in your house. And advisory buy no because weather is very cold. And you say I want to be raw one son. I want to try to catch up. According to Inabasa, it is extremely difficult. You can't get the right temperature. So let's keep the heat on. Now, if you're warm, especially today that the kids are home, said yeah, omunkoche Arabia na wobia mira omunko fa sembianso and sign farmer. So that is how the weather looks like. Said American by 9 p.m. a bare -1, by 10 -3, by 11 -4 ochena memenda de ye best start negative no musa from anopa 12 a.m. ahmachi -6 -7 -8 na ekosa. But according to the forecast, it's going to be sunny ochena from anopa 7 to area 12. But by then, you be negative ni musa kopim anopa 9. Ebo 10 now about 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it will be 5 by 11, 8 by 12 p.m. About 1 p.m. no 11 degrees Fahrenheit. By 2 p.m. area no about 13. But these are the figures that Yebenya on the measuring gauge. But about real feel now we are going to be in a negative. Inti as I say ocean so say ochna will be wumpa achen even today. Tomorrow is going to be colder than today because ochna the best start no panel with negative heavy. Sa near they are down. Inti and right now the temperature is 13 degrees Fahrenheit, but it feels like -6. It feels like -6. Until Memphis say more or less, and I can tell you, say we are in -6. Until ya no washan so edia mind now ochina so we see your as such. This is a very cold weekend, and for that advisory until and nkwala schooling na ye cancel you know. Until ya na washan so said the bear betumi I prepare ho ne nkwada na as such. Okay, with that said, sporting news kakra ewo ho ene Premier League starting the Chelsea and Fulham 3 o'clock and as how much no ebaso na
today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Today 3 o'clock Chelsea Fulham. Inti Enzo no but Martinelli finally mema news now no because of time no. Finally Martinelli has signed a new contract with Arsenal. Na oye player bia na Todd Bowley started in a new show. By be our cotton madwe kimuni identity now unko bim there, but he's a player Todd Bowley was gauging to see Martinelli has signed a new contract with Arsenal. Bibia so ebetumi akọ enkan ede ama woka so join him 2019 na sisi a mother de na I hope some man is ka kese de ntisa Todd Bowley ti ska modema na obetumi aba ho nti eno so de no nti was signing new contract. This year the na nsane ye Bukayo Saka so no de munya emfa foforo nkoma no de mo anya ntema teams are surround no mo ho be kire mo samo anya ne ntema. Okay, nti Chelsea Fulham and 20 o'clock or UK now ot 5 free 20 my best and just 3 right 15 3 15:00 into 3 p.m. kickoff and tena de misro bia say sorry pani Kufia J King Kalusha Manucho de minimum so want me support here
permanent interest
me because support the team me
misro support for
info team me
Chelsea
na se Fulham se share
I come and fan ko Fulham
in London koso I mean
Omba yana Stanford Bridge moko craving cottage na
so say Fulham Chelsea
moko craving cottage na mo ba
amaba ko ma wele na tutu jamo mo no
your ball Stanford Bridge
okay
wele ma
tutu jamo support here
Metrovic from suspension
na William Krabeshe na William Krabe obisa ko dun jano
na yi Marco Silva aso na sideline tutu normal
Marco Ayampia
Marco Zia
ada osu wan eto Ayampia
ada so ototo no na me say Ayampia tutu dia ne Ayampia ne na
ye sentinam bisa say wo yi we great tempo ana
bi so ne Ayampia ne nam
adoa
ne funa adoa de and then we wan share down do asa despite
when funa adoa
na wonim na mkobodi
mimi say nyum no ama obia
adoa ko no akaka so ye beti enka no akwa na didi na atem so your phone ono so obeti ne nka no so
me no na makoko sha IGP way amaka bu ma say twanyumi
ebi so
o se mi ba ampo ya unti ya da
anyu foforo ba
am tam nyu foforo omko IGP ono sa ko fu
de just a week
ya IGP e ka so asisi asem no
no matonyum
we see de o man ko scan man no
menye sure say foforo bia na nyum dada because ampon say oni lumba nyum no 8 onu ni 6 album na nyum we no mo boy no 8.
8 na was so.
No ampon dey 6, Lumba dey 2. And na Lumba dey nyina akogu na iTunes. Nti sa ampon no tie bia, opebi atie kra. Aji so tueska. Ba menim se me hu sa IGP se ana sofu bi. Enso ka so from one ampon ska to settle the matter.
Yes.
Ba menim se almost abonyo. Me nye sure ampon san ne be bonyo.
Yeah. But so this can man.
But ente what's it then?
Anyamia kichia.
Adwa.
Osisifu obi anwo anyamia wo. Adwa.
Ana osi adwa.
Nefu adwa. Manichu.
Yeah, careful.
So I'm sure na fundu ade. I mean no despite birthday party na ase. But e bi oyare.
Ahwan na o kana say me.
Me akobi thanks for the lawyer work.
Ampo nyum ni bia no bi ntei ye mo kakra bi na mafo. Man Yankupon see nshira ampa waka YouTube for bonwa no ma ko take you down say yeah
nshira wonpo no etoda wo bre na wa yesi nyame ntua wo and dia wo be
kewo na obeye den hwenafu nafu
adoa ne part 2 no
ready Yankupon
adoa ne dey part second verse ba wetum dey ahye anyum dey kama eja wo wetum dey ayibibi wetum dey ayibibi awoba
Ozimebo nyo koya no remind me say YouTube for sa na ekoboy a mu
ebia no but you can be sure so don't do it.
Che wa start say enra wa say wa video bi abeto say have no create YouTube official page or say wa de nyum bia o ba so
maybe so
enra
yeah but they are not smart. I don't know why they do that. Ghana crab BB would be two Facebook and no magic copyright BBC ni CNN they don't have time for that. Are they your product
say for promotional purposes I need senga
but mo dey bibia I mean almost you do we that nature mo no bibia say you're blocking no you want people to talk about you sell your music sell your products but ija
le fuadoa anyway yes sponsors na na e na we betum quickly ayan share said na America no interne Chelsea and Fulham sisi awhwa Fulham da Chelsea so Fulham da 7th position with 31 points Chelsea eda mehwekra mehu ba bi omodawo Chelsea da 10th with 29 points it is a Chelsea shena Chelsea so beba 32 ababe San Fulham ho say Chelsea to mission na Chelsea beba ababeda number 6 from 10th beba 6 because you're 29 points who is the other teams in Yamboy Brighton ni nti say eba ye shena beba beda Tottenham achieve number 6 nti na make us a top 4 no
to go
top 4 no
undecided
tough because
yeah I think the second half of the season will be very long, tiring and wicked.
Yeah, goal difference in Sweden part Chelsea part to this time.
Yes.
Yeah, Liga goal difference here just one goal. That's terrible.
It's why a lot of purchases. I hope they gel early. I mean, see, I'm here. So coach is very confident. No about new boys and no about jelly or montem. No, but once a coach boy no more then coach still optimistic. Then
when him said deserve bine Mudrik aye jumada.
Oh, okay. Well, Ukraine. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't pay deserve yana.
I like the guy. He's me share no sanam say na crowd na enko fu man ko fa ko me pe coach oye boring wo bench o. Yeah, me pe coach oye animated we show this
Steven Belic, mon ko fa Belic.
Now share Atata.
Yeah.
O tu me catch players no gra. No to ni sa no is me,
you know, almost a woman in born but more so it's sometimes gets
well, if your job is to coach,
yeah,
obi bobo for him, na enye kra na bon really to applaud and to appreciate. No, coach. Oh no, the psychology they coaching.
Oh, say EPL na Pep used not to be that, but EPL there you coach from the start to the finish because it's a very tactical game. So you coach now. You leave chance or money but now unfolding my arms you'll be overtaking. because don't say other leagues in the area of Basa and the player intelligence in here more change the coach's effort. But EPL,
no, I know Crano. Yeah, I share a Chabi, which is a bench 90 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's working now, but don't say but technically because they are not doing well. But in the past there,
they are doing well. It's the league no,
but in the past there,
5 points.
You see, not doing well in the sense. First, you can drink ice water and watch a Basa game. But your Basa fans is here. I mean, they are top games. Sometimes 1-0, sometimes 1-1. Well, but in the past there, but it's set to no 3. When they were Chabi yesterday, Messi money. I mean,
Barcelona team say Osman Dembele na beje yina final because I say it's all na kita team no.
Oh yeah, he's doing well, but I think Gavi, it's a total team.
Yeah, I mean, Gavi ni Pedri.
Yeah, Pedri. It's a total team. I mean, the whole team is almost jelly. Now they are better than even Madrid.
And Pedri ni Gavi ni so mo bana say Iniesta and Xavi.
Yeah, exactly.
During their prime,
just place like him.
But I said, Obina Kwemo or Kochi Obi Sergio Busquets type in the Oh, now about a midfield, you know.
As our operation of food.
Yeah, and if I do, Kachensi Passa, Mamuna Mobene,
okay, Mamma rumors Kakrebi, and I'm yen time into rumors Kakrebi, rumors Niana. Okay. Newcastle United have reportedly joined the race to sign Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund. Football transfers by Fiorentina also were left frustrated by Todd Boehly as the Chelsea owner took it upon himself to try to sign Moroccan midfielder Sofiane Amrabat. Time Manicho owner nimsa ye co-owner ni dimbo no Ed Ball yeah ye co-owner no.
Yeah,
time ono Portugal na oni Todd Boehly here Enzo Fernandez na ono Todd Boehly sell to play
yeah
about Italy nti na nko pe Amrabat
yeah
aka Enzo Fernandez on the final day nti Fiorentina force they were left frustrated
this is a place here no my day
what someone we saw mo be clear 13 players e di na ba Kovacic credit card yes season up to end of save your season Koulibaly, Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, number 1, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, Edward Mendy.
Namuto keeper.
No, Sterling can't.
Namuto keeper.
They feel Sterling will gel because Sterling needed help. Once Sterling can do it, I think with the coming of some players as is your number footed, never must Sterling to me, I free because they say Madueke to me train, Mudrik to me train. And Jean Felix and so to make change into a needing in our cost Sterling so into Obama Sterling but
no,
surprisingly Aubameyang yeah Aubameyang but surprisingly the coach likes Kai Havertz and players are more person more pam now
or intelligent players or intelligent player but just say I'm more than how to use him properly because a moon a go for on the first nail or easy when you go for many passes better when selfish player be tell you mo team no make be this year kradam be say or ya dey kakra ba sir no assign I record it also make am easy mount
yeah
but most of the time na okita boss
last year up to this year there mount nkoye
yeah no okita boss na otumi ekwa nim ekwa dey so ye but onya ball no meduru nim o person no shoot now the ball no so afanche na so twepon and count that's what is bothering the Chelsea Boboko no but amanya obi a oye fencing oye team player onya ball now between the ama new phone now they be able to do something no me channel but onya obi na say obo movie I say Ghana Black Stars oko anima fencing obi am pass ball ni mo obi am pass ball ni mo nti esa na e man hardware so that's been the issue
okay. Another chance River Plate is say almost set to receive almost 32 million 28 million pounds for 22-year-old Argentina midfielder Enzo Fernandez move from Benfica sika umbenya every mono almost they sell on clause ishim to umbenya around 28 million pounds sterling. Meanwhile Chelsea homegrown players fear their club will be forced to sell them to avoid financial fair play trouble if the Blues miss out on the Champions League qualification this season. And an American anti homegrown players. They say love to cheek mo. To be cheek. Love to cheek. I know that chance so Tottenham had a transfer deal almost done for Spanish forward Gerard Deulofeu, according to Fabrizio Romano, before Udinese player was ruled out for the rest of the season in January with a knee injury. Nti pra no enema omantumi ankwankofa no. Agent of Moses Caicedo I criticize Brighton. Agent for Moses Caicedo I criticized Brighton for denying the Ecuadorian midfielder a move to Arsenal and said the opportunity may not repeat itself in life. Unse enrana enena kaloni edin komo offer na make no. Marca Kuakrata no ana de by omo Marca 90 via Oli. It was Spain and this our story by English winger I from Jack Harrison. Odinfia Dunusia is expected to sign an improved contract at Leeds United in the coming weeks. Ghanaian captain Andre Ayew has signed a short-term contract, 6 months until the end of the season with Nottingham Forest. Another a confirmed story. Meanwhile, Spanish midfielder Isco 30 is still looking for a new club and has been offered to a number of Premier League sides. According to 90 Minutes newspaper, Everton is one of the teams. Remember, he's terminated his contract and now a free agent, so he can sign for any club. Isco is searching for a Premiership team. While Everton have looked into signing Isco, the club has concerns over whether the former Real Madrid man has the physicality needed to play in the top flight. Even though Everton want to sign him, they are having some doubt as to say Isco or the physicality needed to play in the Premier League. Also another thing. Almost Juventus say almost consider the possibility say almost Manucho Munte we ne bi abebo Arsenal. Ti story we here pa. Juve almost consider the possibility of one selling or even terminating the contract of Paul Pogba. Selling or terminating the contract of Paul Pogba. Unza Juve sisiano ya dako almost 15 points. Ndizisia only at 15 points.
Yeah,
for player registration rule breach. Yeah. Nti ena nema nkoye na anu say team yi begu omani ma sepoto. Nti omo hwe ba bi omo gina Popo banso ba e prepare asem ni ade a ba ya no be prayer nti ni sika nso a oje cause nso ko as free agent nti omso mo pese omo anyo bi amana nton no kra omo pese omo terminating contract just to free up space. France striker Olivier Giroud say he's expected to extend his contract at Milan by 1 more year until 2024. Nti Giroud abibi be wu aneso sa na sisi omo frɛ no na and also no time ninti yeah rumors and gossip near this year but share quickly nyame aduma in Europe and yet Chelsea ni Fulham nkwana ebebo ende nti yenhwe senia ene obesi akola liga no Atletico Madrid almost 3 o'clock omni Cadiz and now Bundesliga so Augsburg any Leverkusen amudi na 2:30. There will be a game in England, there will be a game in Spain, and then one game in the Bundesliga. And now Friday in team, I am for fixture say weekend in my team for. Nyami adma ochina anopa 7:30. Arsenal be drop points. Maso ho die. Arsenal be drop points against Everton or Goodison Park.
The show match.
Maso ho die. Me catch us already Kofeji on Jimindi, but
I'm going to see my show mopa in the past. First, no more just say, let's go to one. Yes, show me say we no.
But media,
yeah, that.
Yeah, let's go to 7.
Team my shepa or EPL Everton.
Everton's Arsenal. And over past 7:30. Nti ano no say hot chocolate and na unumi.
Be so meditation.
Ye bi ofie. Na odi atena ho.
If they take less than 3, I will stop this game.
Aston Villa any Leicester 10 o'clock, Brentford any Southampton, Brighton any Bournemouth, Man United any Crystal Palace at West a bad draw, Wolves and so any Liverpool, Wolves a better Liverpool. And Newcastle any West Ham, a West Ham victory. Ochina. Spain Ochina Espanyol any Osasuna, Elche any Villarreal, Atletico any Getafe, Betis enso any Celta de Vigo and Bebo. Serie A on Saturday Ochna, Cremonese any Lecce, Roma any Empoli, Sassuolo any Atalanta. France omubebo 3 games nyame yadmo Ochna, PSG any Toulouse, Troyes any Lyon and Rennes any Lille and Bebo. Saturday Ochna, Germany anopa 9:30 Bochum any Hoffenheim, Dortmund any Freiburg, Frankfurt any Hertha Berlin, Cologne any Leipzig. Unse manucho wa meto me cousin na oba no wa meto Franco ha. Oh, ofri Germany na ba no kan German or say Leipzig ne kind of Leipzig. Also mu PET. Till I say no cheme. German teams no pronounce Leipzig. Yeah, also come back. Bochum send them aka. Bochum they say you. And Union Berlin, any Mainz, and Mönchengladbach, any Schalke, and Ebebo. Na ono Germany no. Or any PhD or
Germany. Wow.
Premier League Sunday, anopa 9 Nottingham Forest, any Leeds, and Tottenham, any Man City. Tottenham ni Man City, no Man City version. Me predicted by interest. My interest.
Yeah, permanent interest.
Yep. La Liga on Sunday, Mallorca, any Real Madrid, anopa 8. Girona, any Valencia, 10:15. Real Sociedad, and so any Valladolid, and Barcelona, any Sevilla, and only at 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Italy, remember 4 games on Sunday. Spezia, ni Napoli, Torino, ni Udinese, Fiorentina, ni Bologna, and Inter Milan, ni AC Milan, into San Siro Bede, Milan Derby. Oko France, ebebo 7 games on Sunday. Clermont, any Monaco, the best starter on past 7. Ajaccio, any Nantes, better also 10. 9 no Auxerre, any Reims, Lorient, any Angers. Na Afe Montpellier, so any Strasbourg home. Na about 11:05. Na Brest, any Lens, and Afe Olympique Marseille, and so any Nice, and any 2:45. Until these are games going over the weekend in France. What's that?
Brest and Lens and Brest.
Germany 2 games on Sunday. Stuttgart and Bremen.
Upper body parts.
Wolfsburg and Bayern Munchen.
Yeah.
And Bebo.
Exactly.
See, maybe it's possible.
Yes. Both in the upper body parts. Breast and lungs are all up here. Breasts. They are going to play together on the field. That's interesting. What a wow. Yeah. Quickly to some of the selected way. Martinelli signed an extended contract with Arsenal. And for Arsenal fans, it's a bit of good news. I'm particularly not happy with his form after the World Cup. He seems to have forgotten how to play football totally.
Julius Koundé is frustrated at Barcelona. Also, on person be a right back, but he's being forced to play there. Also, Ongo, Kranano.
No, but he's not a defender.
Enra, na man for Ayrton Tuchel. Say players normal by Chelsea Nina, Mudryk, Enzo, Omunina say any Madueke, almost say we Porter Casa, the way he communicated within the Chelsea fans descended say and Tuchel Alcobaca say we will be competing right wing. You know that's why Julius Koundé didn't come to Chelsea.
Yes.
Also only Rhys James be play right wing back.
Then he didn't like it.
Yeah. Also into right wing back on him so and Tina make Barcelona story with Nako.
Yeah, that's story. Yeah. The modern player, they want the job so
too much. Yeah, the job so too much.
In the past, players move to teams to make history with them, but if you don't have the history, they won't come because they want maybe a hundred. Yeah, Martinelli signed a certain contract. I think it's good news to us. Now the bad news is that a lot of details, but all they told us is that
maybe the details will come later.
Yeah, we're signing an extended contract, so it's good. At least you keep the core of your team. He's been part of this resurgence, and he's played almost all the 18 games about this season. He's been part, and his goals has also helped really get the team to this point. I'm particularly not happy. I'm happy that the Trossards and who have walked into the team. Since I know a bit of competition because he's not giving us even 50% of what he gave us the other time around. He's very young. He's Baden, and everyone just 21 years. So it tells you that at least having a extended contract, it will trickle down. We are hoping that other players will follow suit. Just that Arsenal is not paying much. It will be interesting to know how much is being paid because he was on 90k 90,000.
Make sure say be a mobile.
Yeah.
I'm just trying
150.
to.
I mean
150.
Yes. I mean you know that thing came up. I was reading a report. Amuka said the Mudriks and Kone why Arsenal did not sign because they felt that it would destabilize the dressing room. Because once a team be on philosophy, maybe it's an afterthought.
Mudrik Nagamo Pesamoman, I think 80.
Yeah, they would have reduced
Chelsea
the money.
Man, 100.
Yes, they would have reduced the money and everything, but at least amount of Tony it's I could have once Arsenal and do that way no. A club policy because they don't pay so much. It's interesting to know that Saka even takes about 3.5 million a year. I mean a player of a such caliber and sort. Maybe Arsenal made him, but it's time. I'm sure he will wait till the end of season. Arsenal to me win it where he will go. I mean, I understand fully. There's no better time for Arsenal to win the league than this year. Although others also feel that top four then your second rise gets you the trophy. It shouldn't be. It's not a realistic target. I mean, being in the top four is more important to Arsenal. But at least if the cup represents itself, why not? If the rest are failing to live up to expectation, they are supposed to win. So kudos to Arsenal for at least trying to secure the signature of Martinelli eventually. To play. Now River Plate, I mean, I'm really happy with the business that they did. I mean, in this, other clubs can learn that sometimes, maybe coming from home, you can't sell in that huge amount, but you can do the bottom-up approach. You don't always have to start from the top. I mean, in the sense that yes, exactly, and can you make sense with the 10%? 10% that's also no was seller. I mean, it's a gamble.
150 now,
exactly. Those are we sell our players like goats on the market. It's sometimes very painful, but Brazil shows the way. I mean, even a player they held the tail and they made over $20 million out of him. I mean, it's kudos to them in that one. Chelsea to sell most of their homegrown players, I think it's inevitable if they still want to. And at this point, people begin to question maybe or ask about their own policy. Is it about, I mean, selling and grooming them and making them play eventually, or grooming them to sell? I don't.
But Graham Potter say he will give Obio deserve a chance, and he used they also about midfield. My friend say, Luis Hall. Yeah, we use Luis Hall. Also, we have to balance between academy and Chelsea objectives. You can't always rely on the academy.
But he needs to focus on one and get the team to greater heights. I mean, at the end of the day,
at the end of the day,
there's even a second.
Liverpool, to say City, they balance.
No, but
the academy with
the Chelsea
buying.
The Chelsea conundrum now is that their players, they empower. We senior players are. The idea is that they are not living up to expectation, but they are still around.
But and they still same with us now. Look at Theo Walcott. Look at my left here. And I'm also the next Messi.
See, there will not have been any problem if some have been out of the door. Like if a Pulisic call,
Pulisic say now
but now they didn't go. So virtually, it's more a whole lot of players to even say now that I'm going to bring the academy boys on. So they might not even how well can they be on the pitch? Kovacic to bench. No, but in terms of balancing the books is also very important because it's here and there. They were quick. So when you're careful for 2-3 years and FFP bet you match them. Because the truth is that you're going to pay huge salaries and stuff to balance it will not be someone Champions League
no, some are very clear out.
It's exactly.
And then talk sports for almost idea about key for Chelsea. They say players need to be contracts no Champions League clauses. And someone qualify for Champions League, almost can perform.
I hope it works. I mean, Barcelona tried those ones by buying some unnecessary players, the Coutinhos and Griezmann and Kona Dembele, Munema. Barcelona got to where they are today, but couple the fact that they couldn't play Champions League football too. So Chelsea, they are careful. I mean, that's what some of us are asking for. That it looks like, I mean, a lot has gone into it. My final story will be
on Mama Chamforce or Chow.
Yeah,
Nana, Mama Chamfor.
Aquamuhini.
Yes, Nana so China.
Mihuna Chepa.
See, who's a King Kalusha as a warding.
Yes,
man of coffee. But Nana was a King Kalusha and a cup is you, and no board Duncan, hot chocolate.
Be so. Yenya, what dear? Kachani say, I mean, I'm buying, I know him will chroma. Crody, I don't watch him.
Nana, yeah, far or Fiddy, our baby.
Yeah, Bob,
Nana, Fiddy Cassie.
I say Nanadia. Yeah, Naboy, Awabi.
Nana, Fiddy Cassie, our baby.
Ya can't
Nana, so
Nanadia, Otikasa,
Otikasa,
exactly. What's the
Thank you.
Awabi.
Thank you.
Omunya ashe wonsa.
No, I'm
me say nana
bibia ashe nensa.
Ya fa afidikasi yi.
Kromanya bibia
ya fa afidikasi yi. Ese peni odua mante.
Peni dwa wi aso ane so asa.
Nana ya fa afidikasi yi so yi awa abai. Nana ya das.
Agro ne kwala ba fie so de ya agro bone.
Manager where you sports no.
Yeah, my phone story on. Two stories. I mean, most
goodness.
Most Caicedo then. I think I agree with him perfectly that you see, so especially some of our brothers, these black boys, sometimes it gets into their heads. I'm as much as from Ecuador, it's more like us. To get to that pinnacle, that apogee, that apex, and still be dropped like a tardino. Some players don't easily come back, and such opportunities present themselves once.
RG 15,000.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? I don't know why up till now they didn't allow him to go. And you see, the meteoric rise, it's one of the for the sayings and you write a storybook about him because just a season ago he was not even here.
Yeah,
I mean, Wabobo just about 20-25 matches for them.
6 months.
Yes, and now look at where he is now. And now when you chance, the team is getting almost 80 million, and I'm sure they would have given him not less than 100,000 to bring him. Then they decide to not let him go. Let's see how it goes. On one side, so focus now, so it can go up because the position of Boedia is one of the best in the league. I mean, comparatively, you can put say the Pates, the Jorginho Sinadia. He can also favor Kante's Muna. He's mentioned all that Brighton has done this season, and all the so-called and also known big boys in India. Brighton has had it over them, and he was the one in the middle doing that. Number 6 job beautifully, interceptions. I mean, link up play in the BBI is so awesome. So he just needs to keep the focus and the belief. And I believe that even around when Samano, the teams will still come calling. Then, but we're careful at such opportunities there. We know players who really had it. They ended up being sold as coins in there. So that's where the bad news is. My final story will be on the day to Nottingham. I mean, joining his own Steve Cooper, who was at Swansea, where he made a lot of name for himself. He scored 35 goals in 84 games for Swansea, and they were almost qualifying for the league.
Season out, Oshe goals power was 12.
Yes, I mean, like
the topmost goals in a single season.
But it's okay for me. It's okay now. As a manager, budget support, saying 13-1. I mean, as
Sunderland.
Yes, as a centre forward. But when put the did you himself, boy, say
as a manager, someone you know, quite. That's January.
Yeah, but about 2 seasons. Yeah, I know he had like 2 seasons with them before he left. I mean, the first season put the name Yakranekun. The second season was the top. Oh no, second season.
Why is it Kalusha on Ronaldo assembly?
Oh, as a Majan there or a profligate. I mean, I like him. Ghana the new bit is on. I think the strength and the power and the pace there. As much as I don't really like him, I don't think anybody has lived up to him. The way for Nanya.
Why don't you like him?
Because I think it's wasteful. One, he's very wasteful. 2, I saved a lot of people from 2010 when I was about starting this business, about 1 year into this business, when I started on radio to say that Samoa Jan will cause Ghana and people wanted to come to the station to beat me. 4 years on, they gave me my stone. What happened in Brazil now? Because Samoa Jan is the problem. You get me? Not 2010 I'm putting causes I win painful disputes one. I mean, on shape we're not going to celebrate it. It's in too much. You need to stay focused. You need to hear some of the Arsenal players speak now that we announced, Jason Tatum. I mean, I listened to his interview before coming, and he said that as much as only Jaylen Brown, their pair is now getting all the results that they need. You know, it's not over till they win a championship. A lot will not be said. I say, fine, all of them have gotten themselves into the All-Star team near there. To play for the East. They've not done anything. You see, then it gives you that belief that, I mean, last season they were almost there. At a point in time, they were 3-1 or 3-2. Then they lost it. But this season, they're in the form of their life.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown is averaging 27 point something and 9 rebounds now.
They are all on the All-Star team now.
Yes.
Jaylen Brown is on the reserve team. Jason Tatum is starting.
Exactly. So it tells you that mindset now somewhere Jenny be near me. So now he sees himself as exactly. So it's good to have him 6 months. I mean, it's about just 30 years. So he still has a lot of football to play. No, it's about 32, right? We're at 30. Yeah, 33 now. I mean, just 6 months. So he will get the opportunity to
maybe extend for another
year. Because the coach likes him, and he played his best of football under this coach in England. So it's just a done with Biamano.
It's on this fight. You 9 Black Stars players.
Oh yeah. Tottenham now so 30 players. I mean, I'm the second year, but Tottenham has really. Hey, Nottingham Forest. I've been to their stadium, very beautiful stadium. I mean, it will be interesting to see how
I'll be glad if they are able to remain in the Premier League.
Survive. I mean, Steve Cooper has it. Let's see how it goes.
Me Bompa said, "Baby, a Ghana player be will be a Omunkem."
Yeah.
Bournemouth, number 1.
Yeah.
Southampton number 2. Hey,
Crystal Palace.
They saw the Omunko.
Baby Ako. Oh, okay. Nottingham Forest. Bournemouth.
Nottingham Forest. They didn't go on Motono.
Yeah, the only Ghanaian they have.
Kamal didn't go and Southampton.
So yeah,
and you call.
Yeah.
Antoine Semenyo call Bournemouth. Right?
Bournemouth. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, sir. Jeffrey Schlupp needed more. Jeffrey Schlupp need Jordan.
They already. Almost stay party. Yeah.
No, so on the champion.
Yeah. I need it. Yeah.
Champion elect.
Exactly.
Makani.
Early days yet.
I don't
have the balls.
Any balls, no?
Yeah, my balls are very soft. You know, the weather has made them very soft, so I wouldn't attempt this one to call myself a champion elect.
Fernandez, I'm confirming for you. Sporting and
Benfica.
Yeah.
Sporting, yeah. Pedro Porro
for Tottenham.
Maybe a tetem
for Portugal for no. Yeah, Portugal for no. I say Portuguese teams, you know, they're afraid doing some thing there for me. I'm beginning to like more process no there, you know, because almost share that Niska, do random teams, you know. But then what they try to do is almost tries always they have to produce good quality players.
They don't produce. They go to South America and catching kwalan.
So I'm sure they come to add something to it and see. More or less, I'm the big producer. Final product.
Me know you dream, but me feel say, a scouting system because we haven't got players. We got to tell me 6 months.
No. Manu, I'd say I'd say the Wakakoto Kuku. Oh, Ghana, they are Kobejo. Not their chocolate now. Which one is it?
No, Matthew, I say, but maybe point to say, when we are on Crown, say, be on about 2-3 seasons there. 6 months.
No, that's what I'm trying to.
So the talent was there. You identify.
Maybe the point now, until they'll go in and bring the raw materials, you know, and they come and add something to polish it on. And I'm so mobile, the free road to express themselves. I never was Portugal for no system you know. They will allow all their players to express themselves on the field of play. No man, they needed confidence because now now. And you work up here, now come on for crying him about boy, no, Nipo to me bench a bit say Rodrigo de Paul,
of Atletico Madrid.
To me bench no one or book game, mouse or book game in India. And that's say has come out of age. And now one is where Rema Scolani, Argentina for coach, you know, and also a boy, a guy, a development because on a money chance, remember. O man chance o mo koje Copa America no Brazil for crew no ho na kan nya o confidence ya jiwe dia yes anko bo we na samba man me Messi obi so mo am say even those guys playing around Messi the crown was a good for them am mo nyom confidence am say I've seen it all but it's also humble enti na aboa bobo ko from Feze Argentina for players ni you are doing business. You know, Monkwanya Benfica for Nkwa. Oko Porto for now, Porto for players player who they will do the same. Oko Sporting Lisbon.
Pedro Porro say, "Omoche Tottenham."
Yeah, Oko even so, made the same thing. And I think say they are doing something. Then back to England. England soon Bobo comes on me as a modern Brighton. I hope have it. These guys are also doing good. I mean, if you say, "Omo coach Grandpa Fee and Ekoye," no, no, so Omo projects. But I'm the
deserve you know him. Me say me feel so ya dey kwa chen coach no.
Robert but onya na yi onya na horo so. Go for Roberto deserve buy no. For the first 2 or 3 matches no chufa the pa. But then no Kasache boys say my policy ni just play the game to a high say ye go Champions League bia o. Ye go encourage Premier League bia o. Ye project ni say you have to market you. Near at that time, I come backups, no. Now I come breakthrough. ne no obeka to boys ni tirim enti on players no good rapport bi a boys no motie no and good coaching is about obi obetim na etisi ada enarajuma motia na edi komo say Ghana coaches there one anim tactics na they no say you dey just na show okokuja field no so a you just have to do what you know best but then say system the braba when am no first na bibi ka eden bibi catenaccio you need your friend catenaccio why I say catenaccio if you say baby double pivot maybe say ring back those kind of things system that system nearby to coach in the bar no most now say one thing you should also bear in mind is that Ecuadorian money, Argentina for money, Colombia for those kind of stuff, no. Baby, almost hinterlands, no. So Messi, San Rosario, say no, and maybe will chrome kakra. But more football more hinterlands, Brazilian players almost quite visit. I'm on for visit more, almost Bogota, and Bogota, they say Colombia, Brazil for you know, Rio de Janeiro, and then almost big, you know. Cities, you know, most of the players in free hinterlands in the Eba. Into Omoba, Obi said Gabriel Jesus Semitiano, and I also maybe of feeling baby, no more than a baby, next a whole air home tea. With the same thing, I brand the ball Liverpool, Firmino. I mean, I'm come as my more classic from your opportunity. Well, I'm come line lights now. whatever they get, they go and use it.
Kalume bana mincho no kakra bi mesra mo tie for mo ana mo share wo Facebook ene mo amutie o tune no amame abakra from me of Asia sound on it koy but I think say fixed into Isaac kan Isaac manwu say what text say opo you guys are off
can you huh na me kan nyomo ante
no say on say na me say before me step
be some mote there me can say
what messages aba
what okay some me nim omo ante ntie bi I say me repeat
okay say start your entire program no say on say before me be do we na me akira
we dey want in from mesan ka chiro
enti mbajo aba ahamami aba say it's on
abakedi
yeah I sending message Ibrahim Rahim see the audio is not working properly and Agnes Asare good morning gents audio is not working and Isaac Ahinkan opo you guys are off air and then Mamiaba but now they say it's back on me away we try na me
mo tie radio no so e wa say no mo so mo betuma frame me
no radio is working radio is different from online
but because sound quality
no sound quality okay so my internet me pay
okay
amplify na we fia ne ade no na ma yenya feedback but the air is okay
okay and until that make Moses said you know because most of the players in the movie say Brazilian players in Ecuadorian and Colombia players no move a bit free in class
they say me better scouting team onye only manu all we are going to do you be set up agency you be identify South American players near Choma Tom
no we no be o kwa so this kakese ko
say the clubs LLC ya the clubs na be adwuma
the LLC ni yan Tom
Master Kebenye School consortium ni apel lawyer ba kwa kan ho
na yi o ko South America dey uska bumo
Kebenye ska na say American the American man o uska
yes adwuma na go right team mo ti ono mo to players he ton out of player 5 million obi e be man 75 6 months was menye player 5 million kwa say na enu 4 points something but almost 5 million
maybe say be bua bomb
na mon we say o mo turn 10 million hey Enzo
anya me won say me ti say the agent na be ka say affect a guy mentally and psychologically or a young guy me feel say nka we no be call or no maintain interview or say is going to give his best but I don't know say I didn't be hunting because but me I can't football once because of injury a year a woman see if you are to injury to me and do career I'm my own to Bobby a typical example here a Marco van Basten what a player because of a injury he went to me humble when I met you was a
tackle
from behind it went to me humble football only the name any back that's when Ghana man and qua or you are club to me they pay inform when you are come gidi afi time be say we ko injury ba ko be ba fi o ba na o 29 enum dey at Liverpool players say omombo hwe omombo teku eti me sure say bia
okay
he will just raise his head up and make sure say any professional no enti omo man ankwa that no nche say that will be the end of his
we started training hopefully summer obetime anya baby for even not for Chelsea or Arsenal because I know Liverpool also wanted him when him say na mo smoke no
yeah
but no money scan
they coming to Nottingham Forest beginning of the season now on my as many as 21 purchases as a Premier League because now I'm on call for me for now and some more kind of say they almost see
we are 26
no before league in the best starting now no more 21
yeah starting no more 26 yeah starting league
no more 21 but later on we become one
and say someone no na make
me sit am on be starting league
say starting league na someone in close we
o say hen close no but no my 21 and league
someone close
no my
26
yeah and now omo no she say no my amaration me say they don't want to go to the wilderness because they went there for about 30 years until now they change they did all that because now
but do you think that you can make any impact and Rana talk sports for any cancer Dede has outlived his usefulness because Cesiano does he have the physique to play in the Premier League top level when to me and boss audio say Qatar say hey
no I did Steve Cooper Kofa the buy and it's not
playmaking,
but
experience.
No. When also on the park, on the field of player, no funny bar, a book game now. The young guys, they all see cycle or more encourage you. That is that aspect about Steve Cooper. Come on, find the buy. Was over here that time. I can say they nearly qualified.
Some experienced players, they move you. Some more even a Cote d'Ivoire, Serge Aurier. But
when the day was what you call you cry no saying. Oh, Janshan cry. Let's go.
Anyway.
Let's go.
Quickly, now me breaking news back.
He was forced to reckon with.
What's it?
You went with him at Swansea. The guy had a lot of impact.
Yeah, that's right. That's the bottom line. So tell me that.
Football reasons in South Africa.
Oh, because so we be
Our bonus.
no, because one body. Me say you try to encourage the person. They be when you am more say now say that time and now or e be 2020 na early 30s no kwa na.
He needs to diversify his game. I mean,
why now they be obetuma but na be so I call I say maybe I call and coach ni how you used to know. But Steve Cooper, they don't know
okay.
I don't know how he's going to use
Okay, so you think it's a good addition for?
Yeah. For
I don't think that they will be expecting to start.
For short term, Manucha Becca was the squad player.
I don't think. Ono ankasa kwa menye sure so be expect so be start here.
Yeah.
Well, by 6 months to prove himself and get a good contract.
Mama Poba studio.
Moment breaking news.
Breaking news.
Poba, I don't know.
Sports breaking news.
It's something that you na me no dey on come Wednesday. Champions League list for Chelsea there. To see an more breaking news about Chelsea did 3 players. Account. 3 players. So we official news from Chelsea and website.
Additions. We want the additions.
Mudrik, Felix, Felix, and Enzo Fernandez.
So they say I Chelsea for sure.
Oh no, but they are
news about.
Maybe I do a Chelsea. Coco Liverpool. Bless
you. Some of them na one am told.
Yeah, I told you.
Na moya that be able go. The moya na the question.
Over some manufacturing news, mom.
Coco okay. Oh,
the people say, all the other teams, no be answer any significant.
Oh yes.
And Manchester United, Manchester
wants to buy time.
Yeah. Manchester,
they are in the news. If they are off the news and break their news,
Manchester so Omuni Champions League.
And besides, this was important. Say because they could only 3.
Yeah.
If Georgino, they film na ma.
But say see no Mario when they so mu betumi yi film.
Yeah.
Betumi remove senior players ni bi. Also categorizing A and B.
Oh, okay.
Till list A ni keepers ni miensa. And Thiago, Trevor, Ben Chilwell, Rhys James, Khalidou, Caesar, Kukuraya, Anna Fofana, and midfielders Enzo, N'Golo Kante, Kovacic, Christian Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount, Zakaria. Na Zakaria go so many film.
Hey, that is Zakaria. Oh man, I'm feeling good.
Me we say 1-2 game be not shining. I feel. You talk about consistency.
Yeah.
On team you're consistent. Me say no. We
catch him Enzo.
Hakim Ziyech on Ziyech koya. Na Konogalaga na Kani Chukwuemeka. Na Felix, Mikhailo Mudrik, Kai Havertz forwards.
So you were saying something interesting that what they can drop some for some or what?
I'm so between senior players in the BFM. So person san.
Oh okay.
But there were chance I 1 year 3. They say only when me count I call 25 no. But I so you if they say be so you Hakim Ziyech meaning say no comes with Sika bit.
Yeah, maybe you read more in Monday inform because.
But they say the list of normal one that's Madueke, Badiashile, and it is say no Badiashile and Kaho. Madueke and so
Joao Felix, Mudrik and Enzo. Yeah, we catch him say tournament and the top. Or the best young player tournament the top player there and KDR should be playing your team now. KDR for the best player ne
no nya World Cup under 20
Enzo there Enzo there Memphis Sankra na mamu say ne
ya na see
one tournament player na mu brain gidigidi no. Yeah, but it will be interesting. I mean, I hope he does well. But
upon him say I say what about Manchester United? Upon him Manchester they say Omo Europa.
No money is by because you see and there.
Omo Barcelona, omo next match. But omo player omo toya, omo Adiani bia Sabitzer.
Yeah.
Ababa be share Christian Eriksen.
But it's a great game. I mean, two former champions. I mean, now playing Europa.
Oh, Mamia Badede, you are in the day.
I say
The day you move ni there. I see the day's move is a typical example of juju. Cause hey. I see the day from way power wait me the Premier League more around there.
Coach.
But I saw himself and his dad yesterday.
Yeah, the dad has always been a pillar. I mean,
on an agent.
I'm
crashing.
Yeah.
Hey, I bet you.
Yeah, but that was a
Kalu yeri en ko ni ya ma yezem no.
Popoba.
Don't you think he'll be a good signing for Arsenal?
No, I mean it can be a good player for Arsenal, but then on the dressing room area,
bad influence. Timo Mokoto.
I mean for me.
But Pogba, he hasn't been bad influence until Manchester. Until Manchester because Sana Ronaldo buy now almost players no be about no be complaining something.
If Pogba was that bad, you wouldn't want him back again. I mean, those things. I think something just went wrong somewhere.
I mean, Pogba, I don't know psychologically, so in the whole bet me I hated that form or one another because this is an injury.
Was started training.
Okay, so injury I chill more than 6 months.
Yeah.
See, I mean, is this so going to be Pogba that we used to know? And I was say before the World Cup, no, the brother I don't resist some. I don't remember now. Media, I don't say be a man for review. They're going to wait or bar. No matter say yeah, they say how you do and say something that I don't can say. Walk out to Mbappe, draw those kind of stuff. It will come to bed. But as I say, on your starting game in Tuko Kakrana, no say or
Mbappe is out of the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Amukoye scan. And man is out to be a Lusubako. Mbappe out for PSG. Money out for Bayern Munich.
Money, none of the players see us, sir.
Yeah, I'm not confirm when they are. Sell out.
And still I don't know.
No, I started gym work near the but I'm say on your fit to play in that game.
Oh, okay. I mean, money don't turn a bit boy.
Okay. Yansha messages kakra sporting related. Na fi emra mehwa manyosem wo kodwa sempa different sempa furniture works. Ewo ede edum kodwo say we thank God for another weekend. Need the ode ba ya no no. Ena o say edin we de manu joji so hwe na aboma mi o. Felix Techik. Never wanabu Drea. O say God bless you. God bless. Anointed one. So far now. Hail Salasi, who message near politics. So we'll read it when we get to the political arena. Mamiaba say, good evening, my people. Ken Kalusha, have you following your boy? Oh, okay. Are you, Mamiaba meant to say, are you following your boy, Abdul Salis Ahmed? He's doing well, at Rams. Kalusha won't follow no. Where Janet Chidi? Oh, he Rams and all lens. All lens. Only Rams.
Where?
Abdul Salis.
Oh, lens, I would say Rams.
Oh, so I don't remember say Rams. Opa, I don't know why nobody liked this Napoli player. Kavicha, nah, baby. The guy is good. You guys can monitor and see. They are in charge of player monitoring and evaluation. Kalusha. Into the nations, Mamia Basi monitor player. This season, the forget Champions League final. Carabao finals will be nicer. Newcastle final after God knows how long. Must match. Into Mamia Basi Champions League. Namomo Champions League. What is Mamia trying to say?
Maybe because the final.
No, I'm correct it. Now more Champions League. No, so Becca Champions League.
Forget Champions League.
Becca say Europa. In Japan, just say this is in there. I won't forget it.
Final be a Carabao na more likely. I won't question Newcastle on Papa winning.
Now, why did she talk about Champions League? She's forbidden,
and she knows too much. So maybe she knows what she's saying.
Yeah, so come and explain because you are forbidden to talk about Champions League.
I mean,
huh?
Oh, no, so why is she forbidden?
She's in the Europa League. Why you talk about Champions
League?
No, or Kasa in relation to Man United. How can you talk about Champions League final?
Forget
when the team is playing the Europa.
The three solutions don't match.
Yeah, so can Champions League, so can Liverpool, or can Chelsea, or can Man City.
This year, we are forgetting about Europa.
United is in the Europa.
Yes. Amiaba we there.
Team na identity be na adwuna asesa.
Wow.
So be champion.
We da wo bi asem a. Na gaga se Ronaldo nya 50 assist. Enumbo. Anyway, okay Amiaba, etima yenka say we team no me pa cho be mo belong to Europa. This year asoma here Europa one number sako. Cause Chelsea be Champions League. Come what may. Okay, the rest near Namokasa audios near off now. Ibrahim Rahim, Agnes Asari, Isaac Ahinka, Isaac Meton Kacha, Mijis are here. Mamiaba, as they move near the office, a typical juju because the Odyssey, and are they laughing emojis at us, so not just her. They didn't deserve Usenko to mean your contract. Kusia kind of Premier League. My very honest opinion on Pogba, he's not been an A-list player for me since. I now understand why say Alex didn't want him. Hey.
No, I disagree. Pogba's been there. He's a World Cup winner.
He should
want Pogba at Juve. I mean, I don't know what's the problem with
United.
Was not bad. At one time, he was the one holding the team down.
It wasn't bad.
No, Pogba doing Bobo.
I'm
going in this, but he's very talented. Attitude and off the pitch, yeah, not I mean, those things got a better part of him. Yeah, exactly.
In terms of a player,
he doesn't learn football. He was born with it. So I say Messi, they are super talented. So the little effort they are yeah, United. Sentiment.
Oh, yeah, United.
Oh, yeah, United.
Steve Opa. Steven
Mr. Salga man.
Oh, Canada. I say Fulham will beat Chelsea tonight.
Yeah, woto. I saw you woto.
Yeah,
won't come with some time now.
Oh, I'm a Kamakosi by once.
Woto. Yeah, but it's also doing very well.
My papa, my ball.
Yeah,
no man chance workers I want comes a manka. Okay, I make a message. Upon him, I say, why don't you guys talk little bit about Man U? Always Chelsea, the team that's going to relegation low. Oh, upon other bonnie Chelsea got relegation. Mami Abasi Lens. Sorry, okay, Mami Abba correcting on. Steve no this is Opo. Arsenal Everton is like father and son. Oh, yes. Arsenal will whip them. Pew. Yen na wa hakalu yen kasa. Why?
They beat them like our kids. They be bomb say
upon him may say
Dykes will be defended. You bet bonus say but no him go say.
Upon him may say Chelsea will lose. Enti na lost in junior mo.
I was show woto. I mean
lost in junior mo and you win by friends.
No, they be Jonesy. Isaac Bibia.
Isaac Mensa way. I know my man for Facebook was yeah, Debbie me sure so no or subscribe to Unity page into your choir. I know now. Okay, Stephen Owusu Everton mobile report mo upon her message Chelsea will lose today. My member say I only said that because Newcastle hasn't been to final for a long time, so they will really give us a run for our money. Remember, 13 Champions League caps compared to 13 Champions League caps. Mamiaba Manucho. Is Mamiaba on top of a game today? 13
Champions League caps.
Yeah. Well, I remember 3 no 1 be there no mistakenly ana.
Now all of a sudden I'm so we are Real Madrid ana.
And I say if you are type
remember the screen up.
Yeah man the benefit of that if you are typographical mistake.
The screen up. How can you numbers don't typo.
My member,
13 they are not friends.
But I just want to put us more.
3 and 13 there.
Facebook now say me say I dey my trash. Was it remember 13 Champions League caps compared to Chelsea who has 2. So I have right to talk about Champions League.
3 no culture na the second ball one is.
How can you miss
you now in the PR to don't come judge. Feel correct you say 3.
And then the other correct is
correcting Rams to Lens. And I correcting 13 to 3.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm about Pacho. You try the natural natural way.
Yeah, practice safe sex. Wear condom. Sorry.
Okofu women with the only more. Yo.
Use comma. On the Zobo comma. Safe testing.
Na 13 yeah. What my crash me. Now Madrid for them guys saying 14 and 13.
Say do 14. No 13. Say do 14.
Eh na just en I just saw Madrid. Na ka Liverpool ni AC Milan na dia mo de be. O kra o me o so ko. Eh. Kalusha title kakra o de gigi na ni Timothy ahwe no so be Jeffrey nsem. Okay, so I see. Oh no, it is not one, And Tibia, I'm a person also can say I have. Yeah, but
I 13, I 3. Hey, that I 3.
Also remember,
I 3 champions.
I 3. So who message you know?
Maybe so. I 3 an iPhone crab we cho for young any I14. iPhone 14. Hey, man,
I 3 Champions League. Remember? I 3 Champions League cards.
Yeah, I 3.
Wow, go for menu. Odufu go for menu.
Manager was saying now I have. Until I know.
Na have ni
right.
Hey, what a coincidence. Lying. But I will very lie, you know, Chancho. Lying. A coincidence.
Okay. Unity Radio. What
is coincidence?
Okay, our work cannot play. That brings the sporting segment to a close. Now, Yanko and Sam Kakra PPF Free Ghana. So, we stand out here. Yama watching, and they are very, very cold. We are in the minuses, negativity. Make sure your heat is running, your faucet. So, Pie now be quite Jumabe double and batch on Suno. Be in Kakra Bisiso, said they are. In Subefa pipe numna in freezing and clog. Bunzan, we have a banafi unyansu. So, I hear because, and then watch now. Terrible, very, very terrible weather. I'm say immigrants say negative 40 now. I expect to watch another bar. It means say that until we are making history. I won't papa. I share Manucho ye ubia. Oba studio ha. Yen na ye share sweatshirt crowd or run a t-shirt. But for him to be wearing
my soldier way there, we are warm. Say we no.
He should tell you.
Yeah, we made a call.
Mami Abasi, you guys are making me laugh. My patients are looking at me. Osi amana siri wajum jama. Ni patient. Kai sa Mami Abaye nurse. Ewo psychiatric hospital. Ewo Pantine. Government hospital Pantine. Mami Abaye nyami shra for all you do. Say unya da je patient nicely. Nyami shra. Sanity. Okay. Yan get straight into action. Now yan share. Minti Manucho quick. Chelsea Fulham one objectivity before quick we are quick.
Truth is that Omomu double over Chelsea. I mean, I've never seen them do double over Chelsea.
17 years right? No more share.
So it's really going to be tough. I'm expecting Chelsea to win 2-1.
2-1.
I mean, Stamford Bridge will always be difficult grounds for Fulham.
Kaluan
Fulham
score
1-2.
1-0. Okay. Yati. Nti Chelsea, Fulham 3 o'clock, and so the rest of the games will follow tomorrow and Sunday. Okay, and first sports in Isiona. Mami Abasi is negative 14, not 40 upo low. No, Ochana I'm say 40, but anyway.
Kind of degrees Celsius.
Some different.
Yeah, degrees Celsius.
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Okay, young and some IPP, our Ghana, and some PPP. Nanka was a deal on Koma and to me and DB Saturday. No, hey, Mrs. Saturday, Wednesday, right? Say Wednesday now. Now, Mamia Basse or Pe, Kufi, were you Eslang teaser and Timim Bomano? Now I'm fan started.
See, the language you use here is not technical.
Because we don't think.
Yeah, you learn it from a book. So the English you speak, you know, when you go to America or England, they don't, what you say don't make sense to them. Do you know that? When our big men get up, the qualitability of the globalization, about the totality of the international global relay, all that.
Let's fast forward.
Okay, me pension now the globalization of the accountability and the totality of the globalization. Kofi wa you for you. Yeah, that's like I say, man, you are commutai achieve the Jumedi bro. Yeah, the be man. Anochi Chrome as a match trading Dan Auto. Lemonade Finance, see, I know her or her transfer apps in now be at the 11 something. Lemonade in Kwa and what 12-15. Oh, the upper share tap share wave share one remit shall be there share all the others ne compared to Lemonade in Kwa and what 12-15 Nenra almost no more update bi wo almost system nim. A lot of people texted me opo lemonade almost any update yes I say update ni ba you have to update your thing but then run on man for quite cram mo send this but quickly no mo fix say nti you are all set so unya enya lemonade ni bi download do ya mpa download do now sign it up I be verify your phone number your email na verify your ID na afi assign to me I verify your bank account. We are now sending Sikako Ghana free of charge. Yenje transfer fee bia. Kaisel first transaction o sign up. I'll be use referral code OPO. Now what to me they sign up. Now amount $100, $10 free. $10. Me see $100. It didn't come.
$10 so America sir.
$10
so Europe €5.
No, Britain cried £10.
£10. Oh, okay, that's good.
Nti ya cry there no musisi so nko mutum wa ha.
Yes. I got £10. Yes, I say 15. You have to start telling them. So I'm a Britain for £10.
Until you use Lemonade Finance app, Play Store, and App Store. Obetimi download sign up. Kaiso be use your referral code OPO. Na odi enya $10 on your first transaction of $100. Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita ewa ha sanso ena King Kalusha enso atena se ye hwe ensema apiepie ene de gu yapono so ena yeta emno kontiebe glance through. Thank God say na yen sheda ni technical stories no more. Straightforward. Vote for a candidate Ghanaians will prefer. Alan Kojo Chiramatin na akakasa na I am the only one who can win 80% from Ashanti region. Reduce NDC strength in voter and also free Alan ho. It's your time. Alan akodu Sunyane and Sunyan Traditional Council so Akacha Alan after receiving him almost say it is your time Alan and also hi NPP will lose 2024 if we elect a candidate from the Kufado government adenimo ono so esi okopre akunwano every on the ticket of MPP na ene owura friend say Dr. Nyahoto Makru atro ni support e de ama adenimo na ono so asema ode abeto dwane say omunim MPP fo nim no select Baumia select Alan Chamatin select Canada Japan Manu jo candidate ni awon akoto free obia na oye involved in one way or the other ewo Akufo-Addo aban ni mu a MPP belus adanimo na ekasa ti will get into the details na Canada Japan so throw jab oni Koko Ayidoho e de ama Mahama or say let him tell us what he will do differently. Ayidoho Canada Japan challenge John Dramani Mahama and then of course John Dramani Mahama sembi okan ya na Wednesday no nkaye behwa ehia me pa ya ntumi anhwe ene ye behwe or say if you stay apolitical fools will rule you. If you stay apolitical fools will rule you. Ne tenten ne tietia ne say oya ho adwen oya wadwen say o de politics no umpe at BBT sa sorry pani Kofi Aje o say ya na edu sports ni wi politics no ajaiti Mahama say oya wadwen say Ghana de media me mfa ho o de Ghana aye na media manyo sam kwa de me pesmeti a sebi yes say enyansafo anhye mra nkwasiafo hye mra e ma enyansafo ye den edi so eno na woka say wanfa ho anwura manyosem ni mu a sebi obi a wagimi na obeba be do so. Now talking about Mahama NDC enso etumi ya omo conference bi a yede wonsam ebeba Congress na grassroots research report no was presented about 9,000 delegates na ebae na overwhelming support for John Dramani Mahama for 2024 who you be NDC no why you say on Mahama ebe pray dey agina ye because research nature say Mahama is having the overwhelming support of the candidates. Let's start off with the gold for oil explain about Manujo.
I've looked at it extensively.
Now gold for oil, Baumia's game-changing solution to CD depreciation explain now the year 2022 has undoubtedly been one of the toughest years economically for Ghana, with many of the country's economic indicators hitting unprecedented lows. Many economists attributed the meltdown of Ghana's economy in 2022 to the depreciation of the country's currency, the cedi, which they say was the cause of the continuous increase in prices of fuel products and other goods and services. So basically, the solution to Ghana's problems was reducing the country's demand for foreign exchange, but the use of monetary policies by the Bank of Ghana to attain this objective did not work as the cedi continued to depreciate throughout the year. Then came the idea of using Ghana's gold for the purchase of oil, proposed by the head of the the country's economic management team, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The purpose of this policy was to reduce the demand for foreign currency, particularly the United States dollar, caused by the importation of oil products. But not every Ghanaian accepted the gold for oil policy, with some saying that it is a way the government wants to reintroduce its rejected Ejapa royalties deal, which sought to collateralize Ghana's mineral resources. The article takes a look at what this gold for oil policy is and why some experts are against it. Inti Manucho,
yes.
Me kasa me kan nyina wa. We explanation but here they akinka ma hu sanete. I know so you've done justice here.
Reactions from
na bebre mo say yeah Jinapo mo say ba mi abon pa. Na sa de no kra no san de be say seed no. And na osan de say economy no. I mean people are na the government is trying to also justify say omo amfa gold na nkwa J oil biana. The first tranche was bought with cash.
Ejapa Mesa. I mean, people started saying that your first consignment of gold for oil no aba. Na Ejapa Mesa abe clarify say it didn't have where they discarded kotoy and yeah way sa policy. You see, it's an interesting one and coming from an astute person, economist like the vice president. Dr. Mamadou Bawumia, it needs a bit of relook. Why are we going this direction? I must say because of the cedi depreciation, we need to go and buy oil in the dollar. In a dollar, no so affect him, so it affects everything. Decided and came for a gold reserves and I took the gold and on the surface it looks interesting. What I don't understand was that this is the first time we started preaching this thing, because I think I've heard him for some time. Maybe in the past or in the lectures now there's free fall of the CDR, purported free fall from 3.8 to 4.2 during NDC time. He made those exposés that the city would expose you near there because the fundamentals are weak in the economy near there. We didn't hear some of these things. Maybe later he's really thought deep about it, because the same thing is really happening here. Ghana, two things I go back and say, find politics. Dollar and our foreign currency and fuel. These two, we don't have direct control over them. It is the diagram or be politician ban of a culture say you need a real look. Your politician maximize the taxes and get the development done and maybe offer job opportunities now there. It's within the remit of leadership. What I don't understand in this instance is that sometimes I don't even understand. We are an oil producing nation. And then we still use we have to go and buy oil. Near the country have policies that we collateralize. They say your portion of oil near use. Near the I thought these are the direction some of them will be moving. But they are more from Momu to near $1 near the Aquacoto. But in principle, just like we saying here, how feasible and buy not all countries even accept gold as a form of exchange. And I say Ombeji, I'm really sorry now. They talk about only a few nations or many brave gold like Dubai now there, no many Brazil here. Maybe Russia now there, they will not be too interested in taking gold from you. They want their money to exercise other things that they are looking at. So in principle it looks good on paper. That's anchor. You need to maybe say your gold direct barter or exchange. Then avoid the changing of our cedi to dollar and the dollar back to the currency, and all along the chain there's a lot of latent heat. You lose a lot of cash in there. In Tanka, which means I call direct exchanger. And even over reliance on the dollar as a nation, we will be able to discuss issues without talking about dollar, because there our biggest problem 70 now. Our biggest problem has to do with dollarization of the economy and things that we don't really produce in there. But listen to the other side of the coin too. I mean, there will always be that a sensible position coming in. Abu Jinapo talking about the fact that there's still a fast. There's even a school of thought that a Japan deal now no pay way there but same for your results no. Anyway no. I think those angles will come. And particularly I wouldn't try to be an economist of sorts, but I believe that some of these things do work. I'm one person over the years I've always proposed that one, that the problem we have in Africa is that they look actually close to America and they manage to make their money powerful all over the world. The problem which comes is that some money you don't take paper money and give them a product. Make sure that there should be an exchange. Median Canina, even Bank or Mumbai roads be mine, or Mumbai school be mine, Mumbai say mine. I think those things will rather help so that there'll be an edifice that's just a N1. So, okay, more this way. I want so all roads in Ghana, you collateralize it to maybe an American company that they have more oil, but what they have to do is to do all the roads in Ghana, dualize all our roads, all the major cities. Takrady to Accra to Kumasi, Kumasi to Takrady to Sunyani to Eninyanye, at least three lane highways. I'll begin speaking like Kofi, but those are some of the things I see. Because suppose some of this Batan, be with the Sanu Hydro deal, and I don't think that a boy in any we can't say the box sites in the moment. We saw the hula baloo and the Rusia Ghana, but it has not really gotten us. Maybe the COVID took a bigger chunk of it in Tamil and Huniye, but some of these things, I'm not so peculiar about this. I heard about the Julius Berger in Nigeria. That's what they did. They made sure that it was more of a barter to get the road down from Lagos to Abuja. These are some of the things I'm looking at. South Africa, it me connect here, but in principle, the same man who proposed certain things because I say good for Wayne there. I'm not so peculiar. As much as I want a barter system, I'm not sure that true raw material winning a bit in that direction. But we will wait for further and better particulars in this direction. That at least there's pressure on the dollar, and we need the oil too. What can we do to salvage? He's proposed a solution. If you don't agree to that one, they should give us better and proper solutions. But I'm particularly not so much in tune with this one. That we should rather find infrastructural development based agreements rather than even going to take certain things at the end of the day. That's what I see. That some of these things in the barter and the Japan related Sino Hydro and at the end they didn't really give us the needed results in Ghana to better our lives. So I'm still having mixed feelings about this one, that whether the gold for oil is just the right decision to really push Ghana in there. It's just 50-50 for me.
Okay, Kalu, gold for oil.
For me, if you say that would be the best for the country. Since Libya, since 1988, local bomb disaster now, the embargo, their oil, it will sustain you. Right now, Russia and the Ukraine war, almost virtually, we are seeing Kofuina and say, but do you know what is sustaining them right now? Oil and the reserve of gold. Oh,
so more need to oil, no need to.
No, some need to, and gold reserve no more, and I sustain your money. Over dependent on the dollar, and be crammy economy down. What I say, what is happening right now? They say we Ghanaians over reliant on the foreign exchange to make our economy, and then whenever there is any shortage of a dollar now the country is in shambles. USA buy now they also in shocks, but because one is scanning, they be able to only the scanning begum by a certain percentage. When we say buy for 4%, and they do 2 and the other countries won't bet you. And see that's what is going on there. Upona Tonto Kofi Tonto Unipa Kofi Tonto, and then I'm saying no Peace FM. Very perfect explanation. Yeah, let me feel say if you're able to toe that line, nanko phone be no my ye dia, it will go a long way to help us. When I mention, I say Ghana as a country now, reserve or Ghana near 8 tons of gold. When I mention, US are not going to go to 3,000 tons. And the whole. Now, as the time on Numeka say, gold 1 kilo, 61,000. When I mention, and then say, where 1,000 tons, 1,000 kilos make 1 ton. It will calculate here. And I say, Benya, you got 1 ton, you be $61 million. What I say? What in Nasha they say? If we able to, you go never turn a common man on near back or turn of Funanko for the 10 because whenever you push your product to Kofona, you get some time they will determine the price of your unity. Yeah, Fanko. You remember now our Hasi? What I say? You remember you so many tons in over here, and then you're not going to depend so much on the anything be a baby, they have to pass through the gold. When I'm saying deal with baby, I have to pass through the gold. Of which when you do that way to go a long way, but Ghana phone penny phone, they will say the thing beautifully. I mean, my manager, but when it comes to implementation now, no obi akokotia no obi percentage
and then a Chelsea gold no kra no say ka say how will the permutations be? Gold is saying they kwaje oil saying,
and that's why they have to be transparent. Say okokoje we are for the crude oil. They say Brent crude oil and the world market and say how many tons na kwakope? Oh, gold saying oh Estin saying you have to be transparent. Baby akohwe Ghana ni okokoto ade no say ade ne bia be 2 tons kwa na or the be 3 no not 1 down because they want to be transparent. If they're able to be transparent to us, yeah, that'll be the best way because your bulk of them apart from southern Ghana to up to northern Ghana go to nyina na diama enkofo no mutu na nyina foreigners bia kwotapa mo na AGC mu those kind of zama na say na ebehu no ma afia ma omanum say na go no Ghana government no betumi mobilize say instead of illegal money no ono ababa akotu no da akoku reserve our Bank of Ghana. We are not going to depend much about it. When we do that one now, Esan say we are not going to depend on the dollars until Opoya can be strong. And I'm more of a
na Ghana say you need gold reserve.
Now because it's a gold reserve 8 tons per now 8 tons per a country what's it?
It's 0.74 tons.
It's 8.74.
My to gold is
all time high. No come say all time high. 2022 ni nyasa bueno. As a reserve.
So it is a man to go to those kind of stuff. Let's say you're 2 years near the
and I was America was saying
3,000 tons.
Yeah, UK so
UK
also have a lot
followed by Germany.
Yes.
America is number one in the world.
The world.
Some to go there.
Omo sika nyansa.
I know we the cushion on economy no. And we are able to do that now. Man for be transparent and my idea. That's the best way because your that gold your quantum of it the question no how and say you go the fan control man for mama policy no me to me about ni go one time what you do is say you control no money na mo cheap our mountain me asa ko fa won e akofa dollars say akoto da body when I'm saying dollar na scanty war system ni mu no na akoto da body opo nti say adna baro mo kan here it's better say you bet me you know say kwani propose say you gold ni diamond ni you cocoa no those kind of stuff it's that time cross we have to do it a semi finished product when I'm channel let that come on because say who they didn't corner nkofo so yeah so also a market strategy also you're so anxious so yeah on be determine yeah price amount but I can say right now we have to open our own industries
now what's it USD near 3,000 no
more than that
8,133
okay
Germany 3,359 Italy 2,452 France 4
and now that
France were 4 France were 2,436 Russia who can almost 5 Russia were 2,299 and China 6 China were 1,000 and 1,948.
South Africa comes to South Africa then the highest.
Switzerland make a first 10 Africa team.
Okay,
team Africa country. Yeah, first top 10. No. Switzerland 1,040, Japan 846, India 754, and Holland 612. Top 10.
No, South country show one they do too good.
America too good.
But how many? How many? You're saying?
I get you.
UK, most of them UK brand new top 10 anymore.
I'm surprised because the Queen had a lot of gold.
Top 10 countries with largest gold reserve in tons. Top 10 number.
Wow.
The UK
need
top 10.
Money.
So what I said. If gold so.
But when you say gold reserve by gold reserves by country 2023 until we are very latest.
Only year can say UK the mu echire.
I'm one na about 12 13 baby. But first time the omo count. So almost sika no mood so can.
Yeah. Able to do it and do it well. Yeah, control the majority of our SAG gold. So what I say. And she said, "I trying to go to Mobia." The Bank of Ghana. That Bank of Ghana, no anything bia be bia no kra no. E be kwa no say ayi nka betuma ye kwa manito. More be pay dollars no.
USD no more than Germany and Italy. We second and third no kra combined.
oho ebi do maybe kwan one be kwan wa e we pay dollar no o the gold bar no be dollar what am I saying dollars no be Bank of Ghana for no they can do it that way
from when no
yeah on my business
foreigners and I say
Ghana businessmen on moko
no go for gold no friend oh my side oh yeah foreign they are fine but local companies they also want for gold magic dollar they say be dem man te say akwasi pon company okofa iron rods free take aba now say per dollar house koto gold never be dollar oh you too harsh
no I'm not trying to be harsh that's why gold no month ton do Ghana
now we other na be punishing this and then your mom ton no other na bank Ghana as a country
yes suggest ideas
ideas are good but when they are when other Ghana say they be harsh on the company
but I'm say in order for us to get the bulk of first say that reserve no gold reserve in our Bank of Ghana now remember him depending so much on the foreign currency no because we call China they almost depending say the Arab countries no manicho one wa call is high one say for no they always depend on their oil what say we are seeing as car highest near Jordan Jordan mom I don't that now Jordan for Suska mode pa Jordan check Jordan
move on
kro no e sheda nya yibi on ba musika no okokoto kra na is heavier than a friend saying dollar no
until we are for oil for gold gold for oil we support it
no my ye say
ya man for bebre empene so ye say Japan na do ne a friend saying senior minister no osafumaf no for yata mo eye nti I say ama nipa adwan say nkofo person mo san fa kwan bi so asan wi gold no no say sa na amanfo adwan say omo make first attempt na anya yie wo de Japan no Japan ko so ma san repackage so mo de beba nti amanfo adwan yo mo say oh nkofo gold wi omo be free office ya no mbe say omo fa kwan bi so sisa
no what make us say o my transparent it say you may say idea. I mean that's the best way.
Okay.
Go in the between but dollar in this big country no because we
okay
and then a short here I mean a to effect in the economy inflation ni bibia because we are over dependent on the dollar nso yen sika
okay yanto so na mama mama breaking news quick breaking news as say program ya ba ni say manuchu adamfo pa Kalusha Adam from Mrs. Manicho. Kalusha Adam for Pai, a friend said Reverend Kusibuatin, of National Cathedral fame, honorary secretary to the Board of Trustees. Yeah, program, yes, and now about the Maisiana Joy for opposed to article. Now, my Momo say, Wako inject Okuja to Ablakwa, or Nako court, Ako file injunction of publication. So, Kuja Okuja Tom publish be beyond fan who you.
I didn't.
Huh?
I didn't.
I say on the right.
Sir?
Hey!
When you've been given a public position...
The Secretary of Board of National Cathedral, Secretary Reverend Kusibuatin, has filed an order of injunction against the MP for North Tongu, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, restraining him from further publications on him. In a writ filed at the Human Rights Division of the High Court in Accra, Reverend Kusi prayed the court for an order of interim injunction to restrain the first respondent from making further public disclosures of the private information, documents, correspondence, communication, and property belonging to the applicant. And for such further order or orders, this court deems fit on the grounds contained in the supporting affidavit. Also cited in the writ as Attorney General and Minister of Justice as second respondent. Below is the respondent. It has been granted. We're filing.
And it has been granted. And that's not filing.
No,
but it's interesting. Maybe I'm not a lawyer, so
the corner.
Yeah, I'll not try to be one. But in panic, you sue the person for defamation, then you have your day in court.
I think that's an occasion for defamation.
But see, and the moment in KBM there because this is private. You didn't have private information about him and blah blah. If it's private information and it's revealing enough that GNS you are a member.
I suffer for no buy. So T.A.
Yeah.
T.A.
Reverend Odro, Prophet Odro, Kofi Odro.
I also read an article Ghana Web this morning of him questioning why. Omutumi ma okuja tonya sofunu double IDs. Now the private document.
You see, I have a lot of unkind words for him, but because he's a man of God, I don't want to touch that.
How did he get it? Prophet Odo on a Black West release of Kwesi Boateng's ID cards.
I'm disappointed in him. How did he get it? I mean, we live in a country.
Your RTI.
Your RTI, your investigative journalism, and people give it to the people who can have the voice to speak. I can even do it myself, that research myself, and go and give it to Okuje Blackwa because he has a bigger voice and Okasa Obiabiti. In a more, but he's a ranking member in the. I then one question time I said president and I'm women for plano. Why didn't you question? It's only in Ghana people act like they know everything. They are all knowing. You stick to the Bible. But in principle that I mean a senator of a sort, the that's when you have information about governance. People who are in government positions are. Public positions or disclose here. So how did he get it? So you are questioning the system. People should be made to
keep secret.
Keep secret. I mean, the word I've been looking for like 4 years in my children's keep secret. Keep secret is the word I'm looking for. Now so far, you trust so you decide you pick and choose.
Why this?
Pick and choose because
I want him say a chekuja told in a Japadia obey cathedral one yane.
Yeah. I sometimes after I'm taking on with Metro TV, Good Morning Ghana, so yeah. Chance. But say boba, and this people doing showman's job. Where you have to software. You even have to praise him. That these are people we need, people who are selfless and bring information that either you wouldn't get into the public domain for us to discuss. So just say you have every right to take the guy to court or to take the man to court. Now we call seeking way because you know that the West is yet to come. That means this is some people get mad at you. That means sometimes they make religion overrated. People feel that they are all knowing, self-seeking interest in the idea. Now could be a customer. Let's look at the substance. You are now worried how the man was able to get his details. Is it true the man has double identity? Professor Kofi drone ampon. I'll get to you. These are people. I'm so disappointed in him because I know the efforts he put in to sometimes get political. Just like my mom took on him. Say, I mean, one can say to you born. One can say to you born. And I say, or some of these things are. Then you get you sit on your high horse and you now have problem with a member of parliament, a ranking member of parliament who has been there for some time, having information on someone, a Ghanesika, at the detriment of the country. We are losing a lot of cash to loopholes. People should know better. The gatekeepers are now turning themselves and looting from us. One can say, the person such private information, but the most important thing is that if the president has Ghana at heart, Obia
Kasa with no interest. And then last Wednesday, na make us Canada Japan Kasa video a indict your friend is saying
MPP
and the dynamic Kasa.
Oh no,
but Obia investigative video Eda Bonia Obi tia or minor dino. Also MPP ninti wabo home by because we DPR Munya ni papa kokra ma ye nto abama. But after they also am the president. Now be the president to be a new minor sika.
I'm getting disappointed in him. You know, I used to like him a lot.
Candidate.
Oh yes, he's been my candidate. No, because I mean he the way he loves women, that's what makes me like him first before the rest will follow. But you see, in principle, we don't need to condone some of these things. If the issues come, let's interrogate it to the core. Then all of us will be happy. So can I say you have a right to sue him or come and give us a counterweight. Even in the midst of the battle, there are people here who say that Satan's side of the story has never been heard because Bible it looks like God said in some kind. Even people on this earth have some of these beliefs. And they say frivolous, but those are their beliefs that you have to respect. But so the truth is that will be a customer for who not saying you seek redress at the appropriate place, but you tell me that you want NDAs, non-disclosure, because I mean he knows very well. Kujato knows very well that his credibility, his reputation, hard won, is on the line. But what man of God no so na me need that was so anka wo de.
Okay,
akasefo na nkasa na wo de why you say tie utumi tie mama so cry say
he's somebody nanado crawl born nanado achi identity ada na ya na mo kasa we ada na nanado de utumi born nanado achi
ba aye sofo de
akoye sofo de onye ni pass
exactly you interest I'm not religion, church, Christianity. They sometimes make it overrated. Then people will get back at you and say that one can say ye, but we are annoying and you're annoying. Pass information I have banana. You're interested in. Are they true? Are these people who are supposed to build a church for the Lord in Ghana? Are they not bringing us cases? We are Christian people. I should be worried that such people, people. Are rather giving us issues.
Breaking news, I'm the farmer.
You use house arrest on them. You see that Miami. Nanipa or your gatekeeper no. Oh yes, some dubious deals are. What's it? I'm so disappointed.
Kalu, Reverend Kusi Boatin, right? Nidin Kusi Boatin. Was you Wakwaji injunction? What now? Okuja to alcohol code or inject to Okuja to say. Court to seize your kuja to say mount can was from federal publication and then tia Reverend Odru and so say on TSS or my team crowd between you be ID. I didn't know Mama Kwamo kuja to any idea what you mean who say Papa no double ID. I feel they are so for you. I say,
oh, in a way, you know, oh, and a way be I say, McQuaid maybe Albany. That's what I say. Na agent for social security and on my now social security I don't much and say even when the person is giving you a social security number now you don't have to even repeat it back to the person with the notion say over check with him that would have when you're even doing the job now you don't have even have paper or pen on your table when I'm for security reason me na oye se expose no fa baby no expose na yin but no be ha na critical. What I say, and normal bit say nipa ne edin ene the normal videos can serve no and no who we no
ni din ne IDs no
IDs no that's who
double IDs
no also the other contract ne the quarter omudi asema na say omu ni mranim mo so no the akoko down nti wo kokoro ye no akoko down but Ghana no ye o ya dey adnakoma judges na say court so omudi wadman ne asan ba court of public opinion hona ono bebe in ejuma as a parliamentarian na wo bebe yin wona me che no and some body each and every one ebetumi waka wasem ba ma Reverend Odua yen say the new osofo ne okokan wasem na obeka say other exposés bi e ba no okokan hu bi asem no na bi e be yi but me buy na different stuff I don't think that this will be an issue me the time e buy me ka say oguta to aden town dey akoko match track for na wa san ye adwuma no san expose those class stuff already no say you found the verdict bi ba na say co contrary from where you na assign at dismantle judicial system no na me che no e ka say omo nya de e do kokoma no this normal false information
no I know a different topic but we need there was say listen ka onya so we nya ontumi fan commercial but Reverend Odro no there say how on earth and I omotumi ma kwan ma obi private IDs
then you say go Ghana kwana na say omo jiji information your information is not secure how you feel be hipa
na no your healthcare asem
no the healthcare on those kind of stuff you kwana omo policies bi protected human information and no healthcare whatever untumi for be information
no but say obi wa ban mu no otumi a ono nso tumi app so say your kwan fa so je say no me ba ma mention ade yensu ade kakra wa on say the o kan say ID police kura gina okrum ha untumi nje o driver's license enye untumi nje nko enye right to say he flee or drives away with your driver's license. I was say Ojia Odia Kofina wears super fast charger. Bakalu de make can say or kwan so aye fa so aye den yeji and now we anya an outside the bina
no wait much information no but it should not bring the information into on public domain like that.
So there were controversies on the payment na ye man no. And the conference
payment that is in there now. Me say.
I didn't answer so about one thing. Can you explain?
What I'm saying is, say your mind ni protected the be a protected independent.
Na say Trump nsema or Trump you could find in your mouth you call
classified.
Ning na ba bontin ma even though it was in court.
I understand.
I
understand you.
Munyi ni say so boni so.
No, you say so boni so. Na me can say okujato amfa yi na nkoma track for na. And we are not so in expose there. Can have a problem. But I say court for injunction. Say, do you want to?
Uncle court for injunction.
No, I say the track. No, court say I want something. This is what is going on. And to me say, "Mushi mami." Now I say, "Be try." I used to now all cancel now. Now me fan say, "Obe can we na confirm so mko yo mushi muno." A different. Why they come on more
crucified? Two different topics now. Can't boom no. Could you told you also kasa any one topic? Papa, and no lead to injunction. And I saw for drones to say, and Nissan Kunya IDs no.
Besides ID now, yeah. Was it from your friend saying, Berubia Okope information be about Kofoji or Wana? Or more Kofubu or more Berubia say, oh, if I want my money to information, or more family. Na no kind for
in short
to seek the consent of the person that you want to give the information.
So me say me who now investigation so say key consent.
Yeah.
One can say.
No one can say.
Na investigation and any there.
No investigation say. But my investigation about other issue. But so I give me information say me vital document those kind of stuff now
come police chill be no ye chi double ID there moku fie no ya moku seek consent.
No obo me say yeah, I make say, oh, Ghana, no, now a pacono, because why born in our investigation. What I say, after Ghana, the computerizes them, they for a day to ye. Now, oh, Hona, Obi, Ako, be now, maybe Obi, no documents, not about to just say, or yes, expose, not about to jar. On the side of Pacono, a day, as I am not
who agree, said a black one in is that
what? Because expose they fine. Only expose it all throughout.
Now, but how do you do expose without getting IDs? No, once you see IDs, no, and you see the man. Expose is something hidden that you are bringing out.
Bringing out, say, or discuss some number. What I'm saying, discuss some number. Oh, my Kokunyan documents say this year, you buy no. Now on worker, but then what court?
But what's the document and so kind of
yeah. And because that's an
and I said, and in short, no. Something that can I see and not just expose no Grenis and Canoyo. Because expose what makes the expose one? What to me identify because he's a ranking member on parliament. And what to me identify say Papa no ID me Papa na register company. Papa na je 2.5 million Ghana cedis. 2.6. Initial no buy no say 2.5. Check one who say 3.5. Yeah, and Papa no say oboye bosia Ghana Cathedral for no Bosiana Cathedral for ni tree on the back. And then because he's privy to some information, he went further to find out say Papa no boa rather no Cathedral no a man 3.5 million Ghana some fan supply paper towels for the cathedral. Nti one thing may lead to another until kase and konye expose no but any sen can insaka ID. How what is the expose?
So when that's a evidence. What I say, when you go to court, no evidence, no beer. And then I know who he has or the court. I don't want track for. Say,
so more money court. Such a job to pass judgment. They can only come out and say, yeah, she those kind of stuff. It's documents on you. Call the comma track. This is what is going on. Meaning, more prosecutorial powers. Try do they? I'm an investigative body just like the CID.
Now, time I start here, you need. Now, me say obesa. Okay. Says all the comma track there. You should have allowed the track to do the job.
No, because I 2 days. 100 meters here. We see what the comma track into on shut here. But the also say IDs no nya and no for so the comma track in IDs.
No. In our constitution, does it enshrine say so be a bonia as will be an individual
He's not just an individual.
An individual, so MP, he doesn't only prosecutor power say you should go. The job that is doing when I try to be like a judge.
No.
Saying
no. Kaluti,
in our constitution, does it enshrine say an MP can go to a certain bureau and go and claim somebody's information and come and say it in the public domain?
Of course. Let's try to what is question? Understand that there were Sika paid to some people. And our part of a committee in parliament, he wanted to know more because he felt something was wrong.
But in the constitution, sir. So be a
constitution, your criminal code. Apart from constitution, there were other conventions and other codes.
Other conventions in act there were in does it enshrine so be a money what to continue information, not about public domain without any consulting because the mere fact said
without consulting them.
No, I mean as now
that's why Manucho said, say if you feel say the Maya no my gu animu asia. Yeah, well, Manucho said it said, take me to court. No, but my injunction,
it might because the tournament have catch say, town now, or the mom crown, or didn't say, or the mom, those kind of stuff. I didn't tell some investigation, one going to say, or the mom, that's one farm mom. But it's a case of conjecture. No, it's a case of conjecture. So, no, what we expose no, maybe what we expose now, I want to catch you. I can't cry in but what
Kujeto says he's on everything. That's why he's bringing more filler, and the man is saying, don't publicize anything about me.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
Utieno call Randy Abeshos, Utieno. Maybe you haven't listened to
Okujeto. The tennis on his chest.
He making further revelations about things, other things, and in Saka,
investigation. Now, say Papa produce a normal of which a conflict of interest. What am I saying? How could the same person be producing those kind of stuff? Or which
should we consider? Once your friend say is of public interest. Chroma say tell you now can obey to me. It might not be legal, but say a court now binding who say no or your idea way in the interest of the country. Because number one thing every citizen should and have to do and must do is to protect the interest of the country. Into Okujeto, idea in good faith and in bad faith, he is trying to protect Ghana.
So how could you be doing the same thing? Now I see information say, what's it? What we say, Papa no a tea room. Now I also be just say,
one person to see the man on supply.
Also price of a tea room. Now then, one baby, all the sources now you know. I can't change say or the coil staffing. I know some catch him say a minimum or the cocoa.
So why are you interested in supply now? One confirms or the coil now one fan but not the discrepancies.
No, you are there now. Yemania
no, maybe Nadia no so you. Until I say you haven't listened to him. Also, he's still he's going to bring out more. That's why the man is saying, don't write anything about me again. Because Sikano buy 2.6 ni bar first no. Yeah, who said na paper towel supply bi kura ka ho. A chain or san koya no no de buy. And Sikano from 2.6 call 3.5. And omo National Cathedral Afonso the statement buy say papa ne loani omuska. And omo loani is kana buy. Then Okujeto came to dispute. Into one step they lead to another. And a man who says cannot change 2.6 and 3.5. But the man had document a contract on the man's on supply paper towels. In that case,
Okujeto let me ask to understand say paper towel and phone produce here. Now it be an amount the 3.5 now they were saying wasn't an amount. It be a 1.6 and a 2.6. By not saying anything about it.
Into a Jumana or anything now.
No, if we're doing a job, because it's one house, we should be clear. On one, yes, we are tea baby and Kabishim. I don't know, my car say, I feel the Makako who say, yes, Pano or produce your friend say,
on supply,
paper towel. The paper towel or supply my crano. Indeed, he said, no matter say, I'm interested, indeed too. And it's a paper towel now or supply. Is it equivalent to the 2.6 and not 3.5? You sure?
He said he was going to work on that.
And should come.
I know my idea. The why they are bullish now.
Yeah, I'm not them because I could expose any circle that tangent in there. No,
but I think
you don't know the price of the paper towel producing there. What sort of
Kalusha, sometimes you have to use your own personal instinct and judgment. And then Kwana National Cathedral, homo ya. Yebema obisika 3.5 million Ghana. At the Hoya restaurant, a Hoya hotel, Golden Tulip. Man for the horse, Debiana. And then Juman Kwana homo ya. Almost supply paper towel 3.5. You have to sometimes also get into that. Now and share say paper towel, no supplier, now man supply. Even if some supplier, do you think 3.5 million is not too much money for supply of paper towel? Manujo menim. Oh, and there's option from different tangents too. No sir. So man say papa no supply paper towels now. It's 3.5 million Ghana cedis, not too much.
Yes.
Or supply my Ghana Irana.
For the
That's
cathedral.
this, yes. Say a chef from different tangents too, but anyway.
But I mean, they can do all the SSS, but the point is that there is substance in what is being said. To work with the injunction, they say Ghana and it's
no, but say Tina, say BBN, so officer the American, because the man first reaction was number one, Min Kashi in Chirokuja to Ablakwa, Meko Shraj, Namakwa Yimi Huano. We are messing for the defamation.
Yes.
As a pastor, that is the first statement or the press statement or the buy. So that and no government man for say, oh, any papa no credit on your day, on your bonibia, because the statement gives some hope and it depicts boldness. He can be exonerated from wrongdoing. Then you come out and say, hey, don't write anything about me again. Then people begin to rethink and say, initially no say. Your person can be always seen for defamation. Now you are saying don't write anything about me. Naturally, say all cannot
go out and do without consulting lawyers.
What's that?
Also, you could go out and do the thing on his phone. Lawyers in the case one yes, sir. Now the other of that, and they'll be able to pick it from that angle.
And I said they'll be. Now so we tell you on the coin. The lawyers in the coin.
But I'm saying today, I don't lawyers for no advice from the man. No, that's what he's going through. According to unknown lawyers.
No, but many points in it says first one lawyers na declare bar say Jada na video was anyway. That just like I said, I mean, it'll be all right to do whatever, but I personally feel said if Okujeto is fighting for Ghana, we are software, we are wanyo, no the Ghana is company, so you should double ID, be a different account, and somebody exposes you to the innocent people. For them to know what is going on, I don't think you're wrong. Personally, you might think you're wrong. I mean, you have your opinion. Manucho might think you're wrong. But I mean, that's why we are here. But I personally feel that once you are protecting Ghana, or be protecting Ghana, okay, you move on quickly. They are coming in a boom. Now Manucho fa, na Kalusha fa, na be lines because time call. Alan Chamatin ko Ashanti region. Or say omuntu abano mano. Or no, any the only candidate will be to me 80% votes from Ashanti. Manucho, who won? Kufo 80%, maybe.
Yeah.
Senanado went to me 80. Kufo is the only president who 80.
About
80.
Yes.
And Alan Kojo Martin say he wants to be the second president Kufo. And now Asanya Kodru Sunyai massive, according to Joy FM, massive support for Alan. Ewo eye Sunyai. Na also Asama Koka and say. MPP delegates no the all catch omo ani say ma omo ni sika chi nto aba but omo nto aba ma obi a okoko pre-national presidency na Ghana for bepe no or say vote for a candidate Ghanaians will prefer and this na modi bibia chi kotuma obi di hu a mo beko but ebia na yakwako lusu na yentumi ambreki 8 no with Alan Kojo Martin. It will be easier for the NPP to win the confidence of the masses and retain political power in 2024. So vote for somebody the Ghanaian population will love and will vote for, and that is me. Nti Alan dia no say ono ena yetumana MPP delegate tumana Ghana for ena Sunyai for Osan kan say voter Osan so be reduce MPP NDC for strength voter and no na Osan kan so be nya 80 Washington yeah and Sunyai traditional council for na me name anu Kalusha di ngoma na make say Otumfo de omukọ no no anye
yeah I was thinking same he was
Otumfo de o tena mfimfim bo mo do ma yeah almost take his yeah almost say
ascribe their reasons.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I'm say it's your time. Sunyan Traditional Council to Alan. Now, the chiefs and queen mothers of Sunyan Traditional Council have declared that this is the time God has ordained for Alan Kyerematen to be president of Ghana. Now, Nana Kwaku Sabin, the Akwamuhini of Sunyan Traditional Area, said he admires the patience and wisdom with which Alan has conducted himself since he conceded to let then candidate Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo go ahead of him for a shot at the presidency. Now, the Traditional Council believes it is the right appropriate time for Kyerematen to assume the country's leadership. Also, more ascribe. I think you've read the story and all that. Intimate person may go too much into it. And at the end, and so say NPP will lose if we elect a candidate from a Akufo-Addo government. In short, no, all kind of story now. The all kind of say so. You be free. MPP aban mu say ya Alan Kyerematen, say ya Baumia, say ya Canada Japan. Obi o ye involved in one way or the other. Bia MPP be lose. Into or no, and now or outside of the Akufo-Addo government. I was MPP delegate to Abamano. Let him tell us what he would do differently. Canada Japan throws a jab at Mahama. One koku enyi de ho. Omse akonya no betena so Bas Brandon Gida Sada Hwan edien foforo na obeye. Bra na be ka kire na yintie. Ena Mahama nso akasa. O say if you stay apolitical, fools will rule you. Say wote Ghana now they say o media politics they memfa ho amanyosem they memfa ho me de menka bia. Sebi wonto abani bininti. Ye beto abama sebi ye kaso bi e fool na chese kwase right. Kwase bi na obeba be do so in short no paradoxically not just or just say everybody should get involved in deciding who becomes the president of the country. What you say?
There's a saying that for those who I've forgotten what exactly it is, but for those who refuse to participate in governance or something, the price they pay is to be ruled by fools. You remember something like that? Today, there are bondholders who said, I don't do politics. Me, I'm neutral. I'm not in DC, I'm not MPP, I'm not what. You see, when the disaster came, today all of them have suddenly jumped up. And yes, I mean, these politicians, if you had participated, we probably would not be where we are. And so everybody must take an interest in how your nation is run. And so nobody should be apolitical. Because when the disaster comes, when the bus crashes, you are in that bus. And the chances of you losing your life is higher probably than the one who was driving. You've seen accidents where a vehicle crashes, the driver survives, the passengers die. Yeah, that's what happens.
Okay, so that is John Dramani Mahama. I think, with that said, the last 10 years, Manucho was NDC for a Congress, about 9,000. Now I'm research. Now I'm say overwhelming. I mean, when I can open secret. Yes. Say Mahama would definitely because a overwhelming support for Mahama. Research.
Mahama. Ghana Mahama.
Yeah. Indeed, let's take the stories quick. We're not because we're technical. Just through straight up stories. Indeed. I mean, Jamamamo Ukasa 5 minutes.
Yes.
Kalusu Kasa Kanaya and pick calls.
Yeah, to me, call us in the senior chance. I think I'll start from Adanimo saying that some are interrelated. I want to.
The Adanimo Diano.
Yeah, I know you're quick now.
Both never Alan getting in our magic. Nebra Mahama.
Exactly. Saying that or person candidate or like more like a neutral candidate because he started enumerating it from 2000. What really happened to Kufuor when they had to bring in Akufo-Addo and they couldn't break the 8 because Akufo-Addo was a major stake in Akufo's government. So if people are fed up, that's what they would do. Then he brought it to 2016. Mahama also suffered similar fate because he was seen as part of his own government. And I say, they should bring a new face. I mean, it scares people. They will think that they're not, but he's not really been a major stakeholder in Akufo-Addo's government, but so MPP, so maybe he has different sets of ideas. It makes a bit of sense, but you see how it will end up, how it will translate into votes for him, because I think that's the harsh reality that it might work. I mean, we can't store in Yano. everybody's campaigning for himself. So now there, whatever you say to convince the delegates, because the ears and eyes are going to a site. It's about what you say in the midst of the storm. You have to convince somebody with words, and it makes a bit of sense. But as to whether delegates will feel that you are just an outsider, you didn't even help make the party stronger. I think what time be say make them encounter and say I mean, that's food for thought. Then Chairman 10, on Angel FM, talking about the fact that he's the one to bring them the 80% in Ashanti region. I think it's overwhelming secret. They'll be him say that is Chairman 10's a strong home, the home region, and I mean, he cuts across Fanti, Ashanti, and from East India, but the truth is that he can't base he cannot match Bawumia in the north, and neither can Bawumia match him in the Ashanti region. And we know very well that Ghana to win elections, NPP has done it with just 2 regions. If they really get Eastern and Ashanti to massively give them more than 80 to 90%, they will win. Ghana no a popular vote, and this is in the electoral college. Ghana 1 is 1, you are near Kambo, and idea. So if, and I've always said it, you have to be strategic in elections in Ghana. Some have said that only 3 regions they determine the presidency, or the rest are decided case. Western, Central, and Greater Accra, all of them are sinusoidal. They don't always have a way, more patterns that are. Into what concentrate on my you lose it. But the truth is that if Ashanti region does not give NPP close to 80%, that's NDC needs some 27 to 30%. NDC only needs about 25 to 27% of Ashanti region. When they're able to get that figure, then they can fight with other places. So NPP needs not lose sight of that one. That's about winning the power, and to win the power, you need your home region to support you. Then somebody who is a unifier, who has been all over the place, and I think that is what Chairman Tim was preaching. Now, it really buttresses that point. That in all our politics in Ghana, in all this negativity, you can't really fault Chairman Tim for abusive.
On the dear term,
exactly, abusive talk near the end there. I mean, and that's what people expect from a presidency. You should look presidential if you're a president. When you are speaking, there's power. They're confident crowd. You're more power. You don't expect you to denigrate it or desecrate it at any point in time. They expect you to hold it in high esteem. You should be fearful that people will say that no, I deal with there. So that's what Alan really exhibits. Now, almost way so I quite say MPP no. They be come as I say loading cars. Near doing so near for any and car effort. Until at least he waited patiently for close to 20 years to be his own chance. It is a chance now, but say or people feel that no, let's have it. Obi and then about Chairman so no man 8 years time you do about me. Because you feel that he's also better this time. Say yet Chairman Tianka. It looks like he's the likely candidate. So I don't think that the Sunyani Traditional Council no. They spoke in their mind. That's what showing them now. It's more of at the MPP.
Now me hear say Oko tum for her Oko tum for her. Tum for was very moderate. Say Omo maka nyina beba me ho ntimi de obi aba me ma ni nhira. But when they also want take stance.
Oh yes, I mean
say Drew so in fear no wa ba onyansa ne wa ho brase ne.
Yes, because someone had 1+2 and they don't want to mess worse. Okay. He's been there before. Maybe
don't you think it's dangerous for a chief?
Dangerous. He's been there before. They told him that him do so. Maybe he said it in his ears before. How about that one? Okay. They told him in his face. So I don't think that it should be an issue.
Okay.
If the next candidate shows that these people are unflinching or has declared intimate call them, it's your own advantage or way. Once you call them, go and convince them. But at least some have read their heads that, I mean, in terms of if they follow the MPP politics, then nobody should come there to tell them that but Chairman T has been there this time. So this is the time that he deserves the nod. Yeah, I think maybe Chairman T's story soon. Then quickly too. I knew the whole Kennedy Japan. I mean, I don't know why Kennedy is spending his moment on way Muhammad more than concentrating on his own presidential ambition. I think that he's putting the cart before the horse. That stage of the battle will come. But for now, there, your sole duty is to win the hearts and the convince NPP delegates to feel that you are the right person. I've listened to some quarters, die-hard Kennedy Japan fans who feel that he's somebody who cuts across. I mean, he's loved far and near, far and wide. But it looks like on your chance if then it makes people feel that he's not serious. He's not seriously campaigning to be a presidential material because so what the say when your platformer it's about Mahama and Mahama should come and convince you you should tell Muhammad to convince us what you do in the next 8 years. Now, I think that you leave that to Ghanaians. And also, they also are slating their polls. I'm told Mayo said then MPP so is propose early Congress like August. Bookmakers now. I mean, Jubilee House. I'm told Jubilee House is not in support of that. That it should be that early. They should stick to the plan. Say November, but also feel that it more cracks. I think for when you the whole day, I mean, he has the right. I mean, also remember, and he has the right to always throw in at any point. You can stand outside and piss in. At the end of the day, he has his own interest. But I think for Kennedy, he should concentrate on his own presidential bid and get the nod. When you're not in India, I like what Wade did. He's a typical Trump in the whole space. Just that on added advantage because he's been a legislature himself. Trump was not really in the political landscape, but he came as a third force to win it. But for Kennedy did. I mean, as much as you say you have money, people believe solely in it. And what's our legislature, what's our parliament, and they meeting extensively. You know, like I say, some of the ideas or one, the people don't listen because they feel it's a nobody. And Ghana, so they when you're president, you don't have the power. Everybody in Ghana can say you can for but if the president doesn't want it, when you know, that is why he wants that power to really do a lot of the things that he's really been yearning for. So, but I will advise him to really stick to the plan on how he can win the Ken for press. Then, you can go into the second phase of the battle. But he's always pushing that press button. I think that it's not too necessary. Then, if you stay apolitical, fools, I'm happy you played the tape because he's a communicator. I knew what he was saying, but he played it with where's that? Where do people even say that fools to what?
Meanwhile, he knew.
He knows very well. Excellent communicator. But you can't be sir. Even Parker say one quarter I think that's even how it is said, and I'm disappointed he went the other way. Maybe some guys were excellent communicator. I knew what he was saying. Or we are not better to say the domestic exchange program. No, so who can be on say one quarter about Jimmy being auditated amount. I think it should have avoided this. You see, when you want to be, that's why I spoke about being presidential, because once you allow some of these things to flow, then people will be like, when you were ruling to Obian Traban, were you a fool then? You allow people to also give you rhetoric that you could have avoided. Because one year crown, why president, our law gives you opportunity to come back. So, but you should still hold that high esteem. That anytime we talk about him, he's a former president of Ghana. American body and a former president. Once a president, always a president. Till you die, they will call you that one. Ebani Diana, Becca say ex-president Obama, but to be Kasana as a President Obama and a President Clinton in America, they don't have so much issues with that. Because you should be for life and you enjoy all the benefits. Into a president of Ghana, into where Muhammad Nasser you engage in some of these people say that way they can, but I don't expect that fools will rule you, and fools ruling you means that domestic exchange program won't send a come out. I mean, these are semantics that you can avoid going forward. The answer, you allow people to have chance to throw debt at you because they feel that you are pushing that button. You can tell them, say, be a decision maker so that you be proud of yourself. Say I do make be, but to be gnashing your teeth because you didn't take a second to really look into Ghana to really vote. You can really champion those things rather than I know you communicate better than me, but when you use words like fool, you are opening floodgates for some of us to use other words which are not printable. So you can avoid them and still have carry responsibility.
Kalusha, Pagakakao, na yan pick calls no man say be mu credit card so. Okay, King Kalusha no see any fa calls no 50830493994. 50830493994. 50830493994. Yeah, farm calls ni na nti mu sha se na we star 50830493994 straight up. Na mo fe Kalu Mancha Abacha say no person join the show no time now friend na phone na do so who ka Abacha unim no okay Abacha na oye more New Vision radio and no also a political ways and but I think close to Boston. Right. Yeah, he's been wanting to be on the show for some time. Enra Rechi no test him saying yeah person or joining on phone non so boa. He tried calling, he called my personal phone about 5 times. But now studio line off. Nti say nya no I didn't better so. Na phone in segment on so kakra wono dia fam. Ba yenya ntem na memfa calls no.
Opodan Ghana me fi say a fifth or a fifth can say Fantastic Friday.
No, freestyle.
Fantastic. Me de no be me do not be track him. Oh. nanka medication me propose am Ghana nka me can't just like that me the man what's now for course adia medication bit me abo Ghana opo ba ko domestication ba ko industrialization ba ko currency board and ba ko price regulating board and you must start to introduce hourly rate of Ghana eduma fom
masa okay we ale chamati ne papa ba ko no so onye first adenimu so no kan so nka Kufuor aban no
ba sala o NPP ni meboa
yeah
until right now no either so kan bio is the same thing. All the bottom line is say
osi uni aban ni mu dia wani mu insane
IMF for Ababeka say Ghana economy is going to be slow this 2023 but it's going to bounce back in 2024. I want to bet me now we say bounce back 2024 now getting to election time the be bounce and I say right from January and those kind of stuff when I'm betting and also a cause for concern. If you say political now Canada, Japan, Alain Chamatu, whoever is giving the north more will depend upon Nane Akufo-Addo say with my ABB ama 2 years akai with my turning the situation around ama party in my benyam because party no they say the
enkoyi mame mfa abacha na abacha mame 1 minute na kan kalusha no nsi na me why
that's fine
no man enkoyi nti e dem na ombe amana Mama Fanan Mama ya American Mama say don't be apolitical but be
or see if you stay apolitical yeah. Fools will rule you.
No, but especially Ghana and even if you're that political or apolitical, no, when we give them the power,
still they tend to be fools ruling us. Is that what you're saying?
Mami, what did they do? They don't listen to us.
Mami, I must say, but it's funny. So ex-president now knows this proverb. Wow.
So we are apolitical. Omukoko chanwa abendwem na nadu ade anse no wanka onu mama de ayase no wanka etu eyi edwanfuru ne me Ghana tiskaso me
tiskaso come there me banam be yiska no na nyina bia ho atono
me Ghana ni bia yem boda eni nya ba ida Ghana for yem boy eti o kan wan kan the politician do be ya no be unless say maburu na Ghana say Ghanaians no you have to do something different na eche o say na to abamom okay, let them know say they are accountable to us.
You think Alan can give MPP 80% in Ashanti region?
Ashanti he can do it.
He can do it.
He can do it.
Okay. Yemfa course no your time no. Eko na yefa unu abema Abacha first. Owi anana na ojama to aso. Abacha pom ti zen. Radio Adum kakra. We dey fache na say we've been up for the past day and a half now national grid for you by say by studio phone na dum kra. So when you call the phone was off, yeah. Nti me fan share phone ni mu na me pick you as the first person na others into as mind you.
Sure. My mincha na me do for opportunity. Mincha o team was on my head na. I mean, I commend you almost for our consistency and contributions. Ma yen sha de kakra wo I did most statement now you see, you know.
Yeah.
You see, in desperate times, you know, you could hear such utterances coming from politicians. I wasn't surprised. They are launching a program. No? I listened to him entire time. You know, but nothing. We will be free in the hometown. If anything, I should give my support to him. If we should go that trend and that, but that is not the case. That's not what NDP needs. Initially, NDC for now started gate.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait. Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
Am I still on the line?
Yeah, you are here, Yanko.
Oh, okay. NDC for any fire side message. You know. Hello. Looking at how bad the Akufo-Addo's government is, no. Obi dia or government in India, no. Don't even believe the country, you know, because bad nothing affect you. That's a fallacious statement. I listened to Lawyer Pebu. I was very disappointed in him. Someone with strong legal background. He should rather educate the communicators. In law, there's a doctrine called respondeat superior, okay? I mean, me can say I'm the address Kevin Taylor the 25 questions and so. Yeah, some studio are more hosts here. You may have your management, but more the sector head, more the head of the management. You are same here, you know, that team now. there is one person that will be called to answer.
Yeah.
If Alan is responsible for anything, according to that doctrine I'm invoking,
yeah.
the respondeat superior is the master who should answer. Alan will be strictly limited to trade and industry edition, sir. And moreover, on your head of monitoring and evaluation, that ministry now the criteria.
Yeah.
Alan is not the head of it for anybody to blame him. Now let's go back into history. If that is the case, the atrocities of Rawlings wouldn't have given any way for anyone who was part of the AFR.
Your call has been put on hold.
NDC 1, NDC 2.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
NDC. Kamahama is a only opportunity so about the Ghana show because you're also part of Rawlings government and I'm a black.
Yeah.
Now, let me clear to Ghana Constitution. If you talk about the hierarchy of your constitution in terms of leadership, if a Akufo-Addo is not there, Excellency, who steps in? It's the vice president. It is our debate no more, Obia is at a disadvantage of SAR analysis no more. It should be Mamudu. They have nothing to. Yes, they have nothing to do with Alan and the other guys who serve in this government.
Japan.
Looking at the dynamics of your politics and your parties, why most Alan supporters had problem with him when they were going through tribulation within MPP, people were putting pressure on him to resign and leave the party because Akufo-Addo attacks were intimidating his people. If this man had done that, some of the radical forces in the Alan, this is what they suggested. Listo woman and so forth.
Yeah.
But the Alan yes, are coming back to him. He suck all in, he endures all. Now, if you are any more statement now, we're making it here. Let's put it aside. Because you know what? When Adenimo does that, he believes, a man of more leverage. So Adenimo or a credible candidate. I can't take that from you.
Yeah.
So Unimobia was steady now. Me, I know him very well. He has been my MP before. But Adenimo, this is not the time for Adenimo.
Okay.
I'm not saying, it be a hierarchy with MPP nominia. Your may be or it may be erroneous factors. To you may not be very important, but to them it's important. And now, I heard you saying that be a chief.
Traditional chiefs, yeah.
They were very open, right?
Yeah, very straightforward. Yeah.
That's what I heard you saying.
Yeah.
Because of course, I said in a different way.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah.
Say they are better Bekasa, they different from say they Papa Bekasa. Let's leave that there. Okay. Now. Last week, issue be about our research nearby. Fine, you're a journalist. I can't blame you. I mean, you try to cut across. So, institution, check your credibility there. How many push normal conducted? It was a strategic propaganda. After we had DSC, interdenominational Thanksgiving, any Afro
analytics for
Ashanti region, they did that purposely to counter that. We both depend on you see, any Sarkodie, they are behind Sapu no issue. Even Ghana Web Grumpy pool a favor and Tramatino. Some of us say Ghana Web hasn't been in this pool research for too long. So some people even favors them. We can't doubt about them. And Ghana, let me tell you, the political pools has become like social media. It's very problematic, even though on a good side. This is how delegates they vote. They look at what it is going. Megan is saying, I mean, commend the Ireland strategy team. These people have been very, very, very strategic. I'll almost see cutting across the Christendom, getting little support from the Muslim world, the Eastern religion, and the traditional side of them. And then you're shaping your politics. In politics, you always work on your stronghold, then you do little work on your weak side. MPP is not very strong in voter region.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, why is Alan Martin so loved in voter region? He's not a votarian, but because of his relationship with Kofi Jamasi, because of his relationship with this guy, Mr. Thompson. Under Kufuor's government, he related very well with them and the people there. He tried
so next week, days our availability be. Just let me know, we can put you on, so we can also allow some of the callers to also express their opinions, because I can't.
Sure. Only 1 second, I'm reacting to Okujato statement. Okujato ni Mr. Kusibu of Assembly Council. I've designed a theory for it. It's like the Allegro of the thief and the armed robber. I'm sorry for my words, but that's the only way you can describe them. The envious card being played here. The armed robber feels that the thief has taken more than he deserves. Okay? He's calling for equity. How clean is that boy? He's been in politics less than 16 years. One can say the BPO will be only accountable for it. He should just explain it verbally. We won't sign all the time. Now we're confiscating, not supporting that act. But that issue was dead on arrival because you are not clean. The issue immoral issues on you. The first thing that comes to your mind as a reasonable person is also to question me about are you ethical, are you moral?
Yeah.
Now, also a issue statement. Say,
yeah.
Only, I don't want to speak into it. I don't know. It's a court in a grant here. I heard it from him. He read this report. But Albert Paul Afoko versus MPP. Yeah. What the trial judge in the kind. It's a similar one. You see, that is a fundamental human right. In as much as an on-cut to create contemptuous issues, court can look at it and say, "Want to me stop it, to flow." So or from say or criticize it, on mass media. To be honest, as you said, it won't take much of your time. Thank you very much for that. Right.
Yeah, that's it. Bacha. Thank you. Okay. 503049394. Your phone calls can because you book yanko. Kwajobo gutumenga.
Obo meto nka yepa na masomu o chikom kokobra e patamu wa opo chikomfo nyina se memfa emtia sonko emfa radio so emfa mawo na memtia sonko so fa radio so akoma assemblyman ba bibio na mbia no po nyankopo onko so ama no ho ban no onfa no number bibia onambia obo dantama e koso nyina no ya kidi nyina na ya papa adeni mo ensam na wo kanopo me hono mo ne kakra no na me de ha me because am say ya papa no stebi ne kaka we de opo am say anu de kaka na ga say yi obi e wo akufado aban ma me pese mbuta say alankwado chama ke zan wo yanda akufado ya pense Kennedy Japan wo yanda akufado ba umia o yanda akufado nje so ga say je unwa na ye say yenkoko yin no anasa we no o jai na dwuma ne to nde say de wanya dwuma ma akufado ana ya besa ya papa no edum la ye hia enkabo mu na ye dimi akun okotin edi sa bato we esade break it 8 no enye sa mre na obeka se you obi fra kufado aban ma ana ye be lose 2024 enye ho na eze papa den ayi offer eti ya besa ya papa no sa ne kata we de emza we panyi wan kata ye nanso ye be ne den politics ay adwuma ne ye obo meta comment samto no hello obo
ya tonka kasa
memeta comment samto emza se sia de ya papa alankwajo chamati bi bia trese sia de enya tia franka tufo no ono wana oberi because we say senior traditional council for enyina e bona ba se umbre na anie etia betre so wono ne yade baton ne man so onko party ni break it 8 now yenyina yam vampire boy mu ati so wono ne be wini so di obe wini bia no ye NPP ba yenyina yam fa ye support anti do be be na yenyina ye choose Africa way anase enko okwe ni enyi NDC for no enko pom ba bi ntia na ye nto ye duma pa ye di do po kipo dem de kan we za goal for oil no one winning kon be obo kizadi na mu kan na mu kan na mu kan na no ko because they say every time I tell gold no mu play another day because instead am ka so mu the gold dey kwa kwaje oil na obo aka eye pa na me pese na kalu say ya to mu betumi aye ni ya obo mu dey here so mu betumi aye ni ya because they say the gold na kwa kwaje e tell Ghana ye ni ska do dey ko to oil no ye ni man say the gold akwa kwaje the gold into say ye dey the gold akwa kwaje it is almost so mobile no my ye dia opo and the engineer support no mom name say we no mu ba be wi ade opo and the engineer from ho ncho kwa opo mo ni nyame nyatwa
okay kwajo yadase kwajo boku mahala e de no okay ma men kan couple of messages na and there's a course no buy be fa kakra bi aka on your time no ko I know say enra ya man nti bi mo okra mo nim say ye ba ne ba o Facebook abetumi afre 503049394 503049394 Felix Osafo say opo tomorrow is my birthday. Oh and yeah daddy I'm happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday in advance. Eja Safo I'm happy birthday in advance. Ma men fa na o jambo ama na on to aso nana abom design
Wako senior
wadaru mama inti
yo senior mama ntia obiga fo nyina then mobile no conti yen kan tete aye weekend there na me kan fa no chiti na no chi coast amamo so bibi anko na onko mani fie nye de obi maso abuchima mo no pia no chiti na no cross me kan fa mo opo ni media me kan nyina na se Iwa Francis Adenimu, me former MP Asante Mampong, or a fine gentleman, Odigan and Mubi, but time with you, a friend say, job for the people, cash for the people. The best says, on for supporting my area, Allah could do to Martin, no message near Mano. No, Allah did 8 years here. Say, Papa, the rebel Mukra, or to reach him cry. You ever call Kupia Din Wam and Abu Digan and him for a fine gentleman with Digan and Nudi. Nebradia, Yamesana said, come on the afternoon, and Yabuli account, any Allah could do to Martin. You are can appear here, the Homfa, you need the enemy, yes, and MS support. Now, you have the man or man for my Yaguma. It's them so we engineer winning papa now this government here you saw the moment a thing chance or the one who between us send a papa my friend say Sabidi or my Alan Martin I'm a deep medium or full kind computer
Nano Jambo Amayasu da say P okay main kind messages no Mamiaba say 3.5 million Ghana cedis for paper towels to a place which is not yet in use. Hey, things we do sometimes marvel the devil. Wow. King Kalusha say no dey on home from Sobia. But it's fun. Anagalumbwa.
So no from so no okuda tabra kwasma oka say scanner o de koto paper towel no nimu. Do you expose na say
no nkas onim o say 3.5 but onim so supply in pa.
Until we investigation be sure. Cock sure say we
are 3.5 per thousand na make us no credit dos no aden idea musi foundation na motu
wakwa now so who say this a year paper towel no supply no almost say 3.5 no maybe adeni 1.6 no be budget 3.5 na fe hu be am officers na hiti ba wo be ka che say wonim ade corner say almost supply o ni more over no almost supply the boy no boy say
ne boy no dey say 3.5 okay boy no that but Kalu Yansha, let's forget about the supply aspect. Yes, say suspicious.
That's suspicious. I'm making. But investigative journalism now. I say, oh yeah.
On your investigative journalism, on your journalism.
Now, we try to be precise. Why should I say? I from which I say. As can almost one more gin. Almost the Kumatinio, almost one of my paper supply. Na say, Ampana.
No. The deal, the sheet, no, also add the sheet can a more task, almost supply paper towels. In Tisicano, they are 3.5, but no, the end say paper towel no crano. So almost supply, so man supply, no, is yet to obey find out. But the issue. No, but the issue here, they say, the issue to Kalu, the issue here, they say I'm pa, say I'm 3.5, say I'm fan supply paper towels, and young one, a honest ocean. One, a dino manucho is here, foundation, foundation crisis $30 million. Inti Osha, once expose about Heward Mills, resign here, and some with PP by. Which is why Sofo Duncan Williams, any balcony friends, they almost see a bear stopping any Eastwood Anaba, SE young stopping and Kayem Prubu answer, a Emma auditor, external auditor, measure in your answer. Indeed, the number can say paper towel on your supplier, say young supply class, Sikana Makutuno, a too extravagant, Sikana Sonodo. Indeed, I feel say, Sika, say a CM fan supply paper. Tau gra eson. Felix Osafo say, Opo, greetings to you all. Good job. NDP will break the 8. Mamiaba say it's fun, you. Ex-president now knows this proverb. Wow. 3.5 million Ghana cedis for paper towels to a place which is not yet in use. Hey, things we do sometimes marvels the devil. Wow. Alan Martin is the best to lead NPP to victory. Eno efi Bimote Yao Solomon. Mami Aba say since time immemorial, Ghana has been mining gold, and we the indigenes have never benefited from it. Quite from Paul message or the Opo National. I thank God you are back, and I support Honorable Alan Chamatin. It's true that our delegates have to vote for a candidate who Ghanaians prefer, and that candidate is Honorable Alan. So I urge NPP delegates to vote for Alan Chamatin. And I'm watching you live from Bonyure, home of Kente. Quite from Poyadasi. Say also okay. Hail Selassie. Also Eddie message. Ebaye. Hail Selassie message now. Your message is not also an API. On the other band tempty. I'm making kind of sports now because I need any politics. Into ever kind of later, but me 40 messages. Honorable Prince Osaje Kum, I say I'm watching you guys live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Honorable Yedasi, I say greetings to my sweetheart Nana. Honorable Prince Osei Ejekum, and I did also feel UK by Honorable Yedasi. Sanso and oh message no me Alice Square, yeah Alice Square. I say greetings to all of you and thank God for the job you guys are doing. You be breaking 8 no MPP for Olumaya Pom to say
Opoyo na so
Eradia do my intio
Opo mu panche me monitor na nsu je mu prekope
no
nti on say niam nsu ni na frama na fasa wa ria niam nyina besai
yeah
nsi ana machina yi niam ni nyina we na so na hotel.
One minute be never can was some name fanfa news quick.
We the me answer me bomb about so me say na me ya demand chin and dry and na kwanya anti because
program na enyina ma hode ne koy
because na me monitor do be na me ntehwe ntina wa odi beto say ni na say na me aduma Monday inshallah na be start Abumtuamen Chata, my Koja, Ago, and Mr. Dansof than auto repair. Opanas, I will be out to me friend, they are Opometia when you are Medase. Yes, my Monday.
Okay. Yo. Inti Mema Alice Square, Chow. Kalu, Manu, yes, sorry, so and a Kate program, no time, Neakofa news. Manujo, any shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I'm shouting out to myself, and like you said, the weather is very cold.
To yourself?
Yeah, to myself. I mean, I'm like.
And the Kowamukane, Nabasam can engine night to say you. Paul, okay, Unim. Or Cassa, no better Manucho Cram Mutu. Yeah, but I'm a friend into air. May they send me to me, and Zanny, sorry. Mamma, no Cassas is here. Mamma Gucci, I promise ye. I'm a no cry any dinner, Diabetna. Now, my Unim de Timia, or the Jai. Manucho, they start a car. But the Maguji too so. Okay, yeah, that's the Kumasi Market, Otayechi, and the Jumedi bro. Sounds soon a Dream Africa Market. Our Benko Street, no so Brani Bedu Jenina, Dream Africa Market. And also a boy, Chidom, and Eddie Jumedi, Eddie Ebremo. Yeah, Nayam fast down so Emma Ejumeku Etise, Anochi Trading. Any Anochi cold store, Lemonade Finance, always send this car to Ghana. Omuna also Odefa Omoso. Your rate no was through chain. Transfer app bia. Manucho, Mose Mama Gucci share. Boss and now the Adrian Bebre. Mama Gucci upon design.
Hello.
Mama Gucci upon design.
Yami adumo me ho ye pa.
Wo da radio so live for Worcester for ne Ghana for BATO. Kaya pon ayen sorry akokra. But King Kalusha say who share your born nano. Say never be fear ha be say ha. Ya twa one sia. Enti wadru hen.
Nka me wo abontene de me se me firi ha na nka ma ba.
Enti niam na so de be na wai.
Niam na de afa na me ye. Ka me ko ba na ma be na me de abre mu fie.
Mama Gucci said you see ya di na che say and now waba wama ye nidi ofie ye de ani atumutu eni fufuo iso na ya betra ha
Aha, minya wo me bref New York wa bestra minti na se ye nenam sa ntimi ye busy na o se me fremo na nka me demo ekura se next week banka ye ba master ho nti no enka me se me ba na ma ba ho.
Yes I yenguchu. Oyesa yenguchu biemo. Oyesa yenguchu biemo.
Oh, me fremo mo banka me na minya wo friend New York fi obusa master pro be na kire.
Okay, Mama Gucci ya so the inja na they can end off air.
Kasha Kalusha said na dauroma.
Nebuofu papa. Yeah, why nyina Ken Kalusha kra na adwa. Ono kra na kasa memfro.
Na wa no ka ma ntimi gini ka wo ne wola ntimi.
Na what promise no one fulfill promise na person one san lunch on nebufu afu no. Ono kra na se memfro nto so.
Kalusha no way.
Tio don't come be oti. Oh ha.
No menche kula me ba ho be in 2030.
Okay, Mama Gucci ya dase.
Yo, it's me da mate.
Okay. Okay, Buzafo, that is just by the way. Sometimes they say I dear go akra copies never news no to am so nyame much Kalusha de odi wa yin beba rotatatata. Ana awon nti uma. Awon nti Ken Kalusha so benya wo. Also benya wo na nti obe busy ochina. Te ochina be bom nyum sa ye copies 143.
Paid obetine use just 94 Ghana cedis. Deductions no be wo ma e yo hu yi. Enti enimenu me ya even though say you